And we are live here for some high school football action. It is week 7, Drew, and it's the Hillsboro Burros entering enemy territory. Nolensville Knights. Nolensville coming off a rough loss last week to the Centennial Cougars. And Burros coming off a great win against James Lawson at their homecoming game. Drew, big district matchup. What are some keys to the game?
Yeah, big region matchup tonight between the 5-1 Hillsboro Burros and the 5-1 home team Nolensville Knights. But Ben, you mentioned big region loss last weekend for Nolensville, and they really got away from an exotic running offense that they have with number 35 Zion Tamaska. And with that, right, Nolensville is going to run the ball a lot this week. A weaker run defense for Hillsboro, like we've seen all season. Last time that Hillsboro faced a very prominent high school running back was against Stewart's Creek, and they ended up losing that game 28-14 with Kenneth Jordan running wild on this Burros defense. So for Hillsboro, linebacking core, Case Freeman, Dom Leonard, Marcel Burnett, Andrew Teamer, Michael Bennett Jr., all guys who are going to get involved no matter what package is on the field. They're going to have to stop the running back Zion Tamaska for Nolensville offensively. For Hillsboro, Deshaun Trotter's going to have to be able to beat him with their arm, right? I mean, you've got a great three-man running back trio in that backfield if you're Coach Brown in the Burros. And when Coach Brown talked to Main Street Preps, he mentioned that three-man trio in the backfield and mentioned how dynamic it was. But Nolensville's going to be planning for that coming into this week. Deshaun Trotter's going to have to be able to beat him with their arm. Almost 1,000 all-purpose yards for the Burros quarterback this season, 9 touchdowns, but he's going to have to prove it this weekend against the Knights. Huge game for the senior quarterback wearing number 3, Deshaun Trotter.
Yeah, absolutely. And Drew, homecoming night for the Knights. They have got a camo theme in the student section. Great atmosphere. And what's the weather atmosphere going to look like tonight?
Weather is honestly looking very good. No sun in sight right now as we are watching both teams run out onto the field. A beautiful sunset off the south end, and we are on the north end, east end zone, west end zone right in front of our eyes. But Ben, as you said, temperature's going to decline all night long. Game time kick, only 74 degrees, calm winds, 2% chance of rain, and it's going to go down. 8 p.m., 70 degrees, 9 p.m., 69 degrees. So expect, as we get deeper into this game, wind will not be a factor, but it will get a little chilly as we get deeper into tonight's affair. Burros, Nolensville Knights, Ben, it's going to be a good one.
Absolutely, and as we're gearing up for the kickoff, the Knights are white helmets, blue jerseys, gray pants. Burros in the green and yellow helmets, white jerseys, yellow pants. And I hope we're in for a good one here, Drew.
It sure seems like we're in for a good one. The Nolensville student section, loving it. Nolensville fans, loving it. Burro fans, making the trip down from Nashville, a 40-minute drive in the Burros, out ready to play. 5-1 Burros, 5-1 Nolensville Knights. Knights and Burros both looking to get their second region victory of the season. And a huge game for both head coaches.
Absolutely. And as we're gearing up to kick off, it'll be Ben Ruiz running out to kick for the Burros. And it'll be Zion Tamaska and Landon Smotherman to return the kicks. The Burros, coming off a great win, they are looking to spoil this homecoming night for the Knights. Ruiz from his own 40.
Let's make some noise. It's time for Friday Night Lights.
Loading up. And he boots it. It's a low line drive to about 25. Turned by the Knight. Brings it up inside the middle of the field to the 30, to the 45, to the 40, to the 45, and leg tackled down by Brandon Bowie at about the 45-yard line. Knight starting in good field position.
Yeah, and honestly, I mean, gave me a little bit of a flashback from that Stewart's Creek game back in week number 3. Kenneth Jordan took the opening kickoff home on a squib kick, and it looked like he might do so there up the right hash, but instead, Ben, like you said, they're going to take it from their own 44-yard line, and I'm interested to see what the Knights offense starts out with. 4-3 defense from the Burros, as always.
Absolutely. It'll be Ty Collins in the shotgun with Zion Tamaska beside him. 1 receiver out right, 2 stacked out left. Collins gets the defense to jump. I'm pretty sure it's number 17, Andrew Teamer jumps, and oh no, they're calling a false start. Well,
they're going to call a false start there on number 58 for the Knights, Dylan Heskett. Unfortunately, his parents sitting right in front of us here at Nolensville. But yeah, 5-yard penalty, 1st and 15 Knights.
Knights. Interesting first down play there. Collins will take a snap. Fake handoff to Tamaska. Over the middle to number 747, which will be Joseph Carano. And it's incomplete.
Yeah, nice coverage there. I mean, excellent job by Michael Bennett Jr. He was playing the outside linebacker spot here on the near sideline. He was able to pick up that slant and zone coverage. Nice job staying off his back. No pass interference call. 2nd and long for the Knights. Great defense for Michael Bennett Jr.
Yeah, Carano, a key tight end for the Knights. It'll be Ty Collins with 2 backs, one to the right, one to the left. 1 receiver out wide. Fake hands off, pulls it. It's a pitch, and he takes it up to about the 45-yard line, runs up the middle of the field, and tackle down.
Yeah, nice tackle by Marcel Burnett. Triple option action. Fakes a handoff up the gut. Triple option. He had that pitch to Tamaska on the near sideline. Keeps it. Nice tackle by Marcel Burnett. And we've got a 3rd down and 9, Mr. Clay.
3rd down and 9. We've ran about 25, 30, 40 seconds off the clock. We might see the first pass of the game here. First complete pass of the game here. Excuse me. Collins in the shotgun. Tamaska to his right. Takes a snap. Looks to pass. Finds his receiver at the 45-yard line, and it is a first down. It'll be number 14, Oliver Bender.
Yeah, watching film on Oliver Bender this past week, Ben, I mean, they like to throw the ball up to him. He's a 6'4", 215-pound sophomore. He is a youngster, but he's able to go up and make contested catches. And with a guy like Heike Baker, standing 6'3" in that secondary, a 6'4" receiver like Oliver Bender, they're going to throw the ball up to him. High point, right there, right across the middle from Ty Collins. Phenomenal pitch and catch. First down and 10, Knights. They've got it at the Burrow 44.
Yeah, Burrow 44. The Knights are heading to the north end of the field. Burrows will be heading south. Collins will take the snap in the gun, hand off to Tamaska. Tamaska is pummeled at the line of scrimmage, and he might lose about 1 yard to about the 45-yard line. So the Knights run an interesting offense. Tamaska is a key player for them. He's been running the ball great this year. Collins, as well, has been great for the Knights. He's had 63% completion percentage, 1,200 yards, 11 passing touchdowns, and as well has been good in the ground game. Collins will be in the gun with Tamaska to his left, 2 out right. Takes a snap. He's passing. Looks to the right side of the field and is bobbled and almost picked by the Burros. Number 10, Sorrell Burton, was in coverage. The pass was intended for number 10, Joshua Hicks, and it just wasn't there.
Almost there. It was a double team. It was number 19 to Davian Moss. The linebacker drops back in coverage. Sorrell Burton converges. Nice cover 2 action from the Burros. Read that one perfectly. Collins tries to go to the out route to number 40, Carano. And Burton tips it up. Teamer almost able to grab it. Instead, it'll be 3rd down and 10.
Collins in the gun. Takes a snap. Rolls out right. Looks back left to a screen to Carano. Carano to the 45, to the 40, to the 35, to the 30, 25. Tackled at about the 20-yard line by number 2, Dominic Leonard. Great screen pass there from the Knights.
Yeah, just let all the linemen go up the field. They were able to run Carano right through the middle of this Burrow defense. Burrow defense all converged on Ty Collins. Collins dumped it right over his head. Nice play from the senior, Joseph Carano.
Carano with his 3rd target already on this first drive of the game. It's clear the Knights want to go to him often. Ty Collins once again in the gun. Tamaska to his right. Went out to the right. 2 out to the left. Landon Smotherman motions over the middle. Fake jet sweep. Hands off to Tamaska up the middle to the left. To the 20, to the 10. And tackled left at 9-yard line. Great run by the Knights there.
Yeah, and it's honestly a great play call. I mean, we talked about how exotically they used Zion Tamaska. They faked the end around right there to Landon Smotherman as he moved from the near to the far sideline, and they will hand that ball off. Watching film the past week on the junior receiver, Landon Smotherman, he will get those end around handoffs. He will cut it to the far sideline. That time they fake it. Hand it off to Tamaska. Beautifully drawn up play here from Nolensville.
The Knights love their shotgun formation. Ty Collins will once again be in that formation. It'll be Tamaska to his left, 2 out right. Collins takes a snap. Fake hands off to Tamaska, excuse me. Takes it up the middle to about the 10.
Tamaska the ball carrier.
1 yard carry there from Tamaska. Not a bad play from Nolensville, but it will be 2nd and goal. This is going to be a big stop for this Hillsboro defense. Try and force Nolensville into a field goal, get the ball back, go down, hopefully score a touchdown, and start this game off on the right foot. Big stop would be needed for the Burros here.
Absolutely. Second, like Drew said, 2nd and 10. There's 8:30 to go. They've already drained about almost 4 minutes of the clock here. Collins and gun. Tamaska to his right. 2 out wide to the right, 1 out to the left. Smotherman motions into the slot. Collins takes a snap, hand out, roll out right. Passes. It's intended for Landon Smotherman. Hillsboro DB in coverage, and there was nothing going.
Yeah, it was Bowie. I mean, it's a perfect matchup. Perfect matchup for this Hillsboro defense. You got Kike Baker guarding number 14, Oliver Bender, 6'3" on 6'4", and you got the smaller DB, Brendan Bowie, guarding the smaller wide receiver, 5'8" Bowie, guarding 5'10" Landon Smotherman. That time Collins rolled to the far sideline, looking for the near pylon shot. Right there to Landon Smotherman. Bowie did a nice job staying off of him. Smotherman tripped, tried to sell the PI, didn't go for it, and it's a huge 3rd and goal.
And they're letting these DBs and corners play today, or DBs and receivers. Collins will take a snap in the gun. Steps back. Oh, pass is intended for Oliver Bender, and the Hillsboro DB drops it. Went straight through his arms. The pass was a bit off from Oliver Bender, and that's an incomplete pass, and it'll be 4th down.
It will be 4th down, and it's not the worst thing in the world. The throw was just completely behind him. I mean, Bender came from that far sideline, cut right across the middle of the field. A good throw right in that window would have had him open. Threw it behind him. Brendan Bowie had it right in his gut and just drops it. And so now on to kick this field goal will be Roderick Diaz, Ben.
Roderick Diaz, 5'8" sophomore. Be on the kick from about the 17-yard line. It's a fake kick. Smotherman rolls out right. He can also play quarterback. Passes over back to the middle, and it is incomplete. The Burros get a key stop here on 4th down, but there is a flag, however.
It's got to be illegal touching. I mean, it hit off, Smotherman threw it, hit right off the back of a lineman there. Illegal man down the field. It's got to be. And Ben, you mentioned Landon Smotherman does play shortstop for the Nolensville baseball team. He is able to get out, throw the ball a little bit. Saw him at the quarterback spot last year at times. Not a bad play call trying to get in the end zone. Beautifully covered from Hillsboro. And I am afraid for Nolensville fans, this flag's going to go against the blue and white.
Yeah, so the Burros their defense will get off the field after a fake kick. And it'll be Deshaun Trotter trotting out to the field. In the backfield with him will be Giovanni Reams. Burros love running the football, and they've done it consistently all year.
They have done it consistently all year. Huge for the Burros offensive line. Vager Jean Jameau returns. They call him Juju, 6'8" left tackle, holds offers from Tennessee State and UAB. He returns for Trotter's blindside and run blocking.
Yep, so Trotter will be in the gun. Reams to the right. Takes Reams, motions over the middle. Trotter will take the snap. Hands off to Reams, up the middle, and there's a lot of men there. He gets about 3 yards. Tries to push. Maybe they'll give him 2.
And we've talked about it all year long. Gio Reams, the guy who's able to just use that burst of energy right out of the backfield. Use that burst of energy right out of the backfield and get the job done for the Burros. But this run defense for Nolensville, this run defense for Page and Centennial, these 3 teams that we're going to see later in the season, they're not going to allow that extra churn of yards. Hillsboro's going to have to mix up the play calling. Great first down play, but it's still 2nd and 7.
Right, and like you said, Giovanni Reams loves the churn for those yards. So Nolensville will really be trying to stop that tonight. It'll be Trotter once again in the gun with Reams to his left, 2 receivers out wide to the left. High snap to Trotter, takes a snap, he drops back, fires over the middle to Kike Baker, and he gets it about the 32-yard line, breaking so many tackles to about the 31-yard line, and that would be a first down for the Burros.
I mean, honestly, a great play, just a little dig route, probably 10 to 15-yard dig route from Kike Baker, plants his foot on the far hash, cuts right across the middle of the field. Ball's going to be marked at the Hillsboro 31 as they move left to right. Great throw from Deshaun Trotter right in the middle of 3 blue jerseys. And I'm loving this drive from Hillsboro so far.
And Trotter and the Burros will really need to be getting that passing game involved if the Nolensville wants to stop that run. We Trotter once again in the gun. Reams to his left. 2 receivers out right to the right. Kike Baker motions. Jet sweep. Hand off to him. He tries to get to the outside. He's backwards, and he's still going backwards. He's at 20-yard line. Still running around the edge of the field, went to the left to the right, and runs out at about the 30-yard line. He might have ran 100 yards there and got about -1 yards.
Yeah, I mean, he ran all the way back. I mean, I was searching for the name here, trying to figure out who tackled him. Breaks that tackle from the intended tackler, number 15, Tyler Rose, playing edge tonight for Nolensville. But he cuts all the way back behind to the near sideline here and only loses 1 yard. Honestly, phenomenal. Although that play didn't go how they want, 2nd and 11.
Yeah, so Baker took a jet sweep to the left side of the field, ran all the way to the edge, took it back to the right side of the field, and got tackled out of bounds on the right side of the field. So, absolute crazy there. Trotter will be in the I form with Eric Cleves behind him. Giovanni Reams. Trotter will take the snap. The handoff seemed a bit off. Trotter's going to roll to his left, and there was nothing going there. Seemed like maybe a read option, and Reams it was miscommunications.
Read option, but Trotter made the wrong read. He seems unhappy with whoever that back was, and Reams just escaped out of the backfield a little bit too early. Trotter was forced to keep it, and number 15, Tyler Rose, was in on that stop. So 3rd down 14 yards to go here for the Burros, Ben, and I would honestly expect a run play from this offense. I don't think we're going to try and do anything exotic here or turn the ball over to Nolensville in their territory. Maybe a screen pass or a run play, try and cut some of these yards down, although I would love to see a big highlight play here on 3rd down and long.
And the refs are sending Matthew Bean, who is a key guard for the Burros, off the field. Not sure what happened there. Oh, his knee was being revealed. So it'll be 3rd and 13. Burros will need to pass the ball here, most likely. Crowder will be in the gun. 2 to the right, 1 to the left. Reams in the backfield with him to the right. Hicks motions over the middle to the right. Crowder takes a snap, takes a handoff, throws a slant over the middle and over the head of Javarion Bradford.
So they did go ahead and throw that ball. I mean, a short little RPO pass. Would have gained about 5 or 6 yards anyways, but I mean, number 32 from Nolensville draped all over his back. That's Charles McTorry III. And now on to punt for the Hillsboro Burros. Number 80, Drew Thornton. He's been a very good punter all year, averaging about 38 yards per punt. So he's going to try and do the same this week.
Absolutely. Thornton will be kicking from about his 15-yard line. Deep back to return for the Knights is Landon Smotherman. He is standing about the 35-yard line, expecting a big boot from Drew Thornton. Burros run a late man on the field, and the refs seem to stop play.
It's timeout.
Timeout for the Burros. And so for the first time this game, we will be taking a break. So as the action takes a break, like Drew Hull says, as the action stops, we will stop. And we are back. Burros coming off a timeout. They'll be looking to punt the ball deep to the Knights. Both teams gotten stopped on their first possession. Nolensville tried to fake the kick, fake their field goal. Didn't work out. Burros couldn't do anything on offense. So it'll be Drew Thornton deep. 5:50 left to go in the first quarter. 0-0 ball game still. Thornton will take the snap from Kyle Hicks. Look to boot it. He will hunt it down the field, and Landis Mother with fair catch is about the 33-yard line. Great hang time from Drew Thornton there.
Yeah, nice punt. I mean, that's about a 37-yard punt, 43-yard punt, excuse me. And a nice job from Drew Thornton. Going to flip the field a little bit, make Nolensville operate out of their own territory, and always pays to have a pretty good punter. He's going to pin Ty Collins and this Knights offense back deep in their own territory at the 33.
Right, and Ty Collins in the offense, they've shown they've been able to move the ball, so see if the Burros can stop him here. Knights are heading from the south to the north into the field. Collins will be in the gun with Tamaska to his right, or to his left. Three out wide to the right. Collins hands off to Tamaska up the middle. Is still churning to about the 40-yard line. And it'll be a gain about 1.
So a gain of 2 there from Tamaska. Matthew Bean able to drag him down. And that 4-man front, getting the job done for Hillsboro, not having to bring a blitz, not having to bring anything. The defensive tackles, Dwayne Washington, Matthew Bean, 2 seniors, been getting the job done all year. And it pays. Lining up in a 4-3 and being able to stop the run always pays. It is still 2nd and 8.
It'll be trips out wide to the right. Collins will take the snap. Fake handoff to Tamaska. Hits Landis Motherman over the middle to the 45, to the 40, to the 35, 30, 25, 20, 15, 10. Burros chasing 10-5 touchdown. It'll be a touchdown Knights. What a play by Landis Motherman. Collins hit Smotherman on what seemed to just be a simple slant route, but there were no Burros in coverage. Smotherman was able to keep on running, and he never stopped running.
Yeah, I mean, he's a speedy little receiver. I mean, he's 5'10", and with 5'10" frame, you're not going to be able to catch the jump balls. You're not going to be able to catch balls over anybody's head, so you're going to have to go in there. You're going to have to use your speed and agility, and it did just that. 2 Burros trailing him just about the whole way on that 65-yard touchdown, and simple little RPO slant route across the middle goes for a big gain. Nice play by Smotherman, and unfortunately for the Burros, they were just unable to bring him down the field. So Nolensville takes an early 7-0 lead, and this is not going to be an easy game for the Burros. They're going to have to go down the field on offense now and it was a very good first couple of plays on that last drive for Hillsboro. Unfortunately, just stalled out. Like I said, run game's not going to be working as well tonight. Deshaun Trotter's throwing the ball very successful, so Nolensville coach is going to be daring the senior Trotter to air the ball out, and he's going to have to step up to that dare and complete it with success.
You're exactly right. So it'll be 5:03 to go left in the first quarter. 7 Knights, Burros 0. Deep to return the kickoff will be number 12, Javarion Bradford, and number 6, Giovanni Reeves. To boot the kickoff for the Knights, it'll be number 18, J.D. Coleman. As the refs seem to be looking for a ball or something, Coleman will tee it up. Not sure what's happening. Nolensville seems to have some miscommunication going on. And we are ready. Delay a game on a kickoff, something I've never seen before, but we're treading that water. I will not lie to you. There will be 5 to go on the clock. They reset the clock. Excuse me, never mind. Coleman getting into his run-up. Reeves and Bradford ready to return. The run-up, the kick, and we are off. Reeves back to return. Lets it bounce, and oh my, bounces at the 5, bounces back towards the 10. Reeves returns it to about the 15-yard line, and he still thought he was going, but interesting, the ball bounced. Reeves thought he was going to go in the end zone, bounced back towards Reeves, returned it to about the 15-yard line.
Yeah, phenomenal kick, had pretty good backspin there, and Giovanni Reeves just wasn't ready for how deep the kick was going to be, lined up at his own 15. Ball floated all the way back inside Hillsboro 10, maybe the 5-yard line. Had some backspin, back right into Giovanni Reeves' arms. He was able to get a decent return out of it, but still, bad field position from Hillsboro again. They got it from their own 12.
Yeah, and like you said, J.D. Coleman, who we have listed as an outside linebacker, absolutely booted the football and the kickoff went to about the 5-yard line. So it'd be Trotter, strips out to the left, receiver to his left, or running back to his left, hands off to Reeves, tries to cut to the right side and has absolutely nothing. It'll be Joseph Perano in for the tackle. Reeves might lose a yard there.
Yeah, I mean, Nolensville has proven they've done an excellent job snuffing out that run. I mean, they do a phenomenal job bringing the blitzes when the blitz is needed. And that time, number 28, Carson Kelly, and like you said, number 40, Joseph Perano, both bringing the blitz from that linebacker spot. They're able to snuff out the run, and there were 6 guys right there when Reeves was trying to run the football. 2nd down and 10.
The trenches will be a key part of this game, like Drew said. Be 4 receivers out. Trotter will be in the gun with Reeves to his left. Trotter will take the snap, drops back, looks to find Joshua Cartmile out wide to the right, catches about the 20-yard line, and there was 3 Knights there, brings him back down at 20.
Yeah, it gets dragged down around the 21. Not a bad play there from the Burros. They try and get a little bit back, and honestly, you got to give them a valiant effort sticker there because they don't want to run the ball again right into the teeth of that defense. They are trying to mix it up, though, go something safe on 2nd down, get some of those yards back, and just sling a screen pass as Kyle Hicks was supposed to be the key blocker on the near sideline, throw it out to the 5'9 junior Josh Cartmel, and there were 4 different blue jerseys over there to meet him, so goes for a minimal gain. 3rd down and 6, though, for the Burros. You got to expect a pass.
Absolutely. They'll be bunched over there to the left. Trotter will be in the gun with Reeves to his right, one receiver out wide to the right. Trotter will take the snap, looks to his left, looks back over the middle of the field, and finds Javarion Bradford for the 1st down. Catches about the 35-yard line, brings it up to about the 36-yard line, and it'll be a 1st down Burros.
Yeah, I mean, a beautifully executed slant route right there. Zone coverage from the Nolensville Knights on defense. They keep lined up in this 4-3, dropping back into zone. Javarion Bradford comes from that far sideline, sits down right in the middle of that zone on the slant route, and Trotter finds him 1st down and 10 for the Burros. Nice play calling.
Trotter will be in the gun, same formation. Motions Reeves to his left, takes a high snap, looks to his left, finds Heike Baker over the middle to about the 50-yard line. Great pass by Trotter. We're starting to see the passing game get more involved.
Yeah, I mean, those slant routes from the far sideline to the near sideline. And if Nolensville's going to keep lining up in zone, those slant routes keep cutting right in front of the face of those linebackers, especially shifty receivers that the Burros have, like Josh Cartmel, like Heike Baker, like Javarion Bradford. Worked to a charm so far. 1st and 10 from the 50. Burros looking to tie it up, man.
And the slants have been working for both teams because, like we saw, Landon Smotherman took one about 60 yards on just a slant pass. So it would be the Burros at about the 50-yard line, nearing Nolensville territory. Trotter will be in the gun with Reeves to his right. They're same formation, stacked to the left. Trotter will take the snap, looks left, looks back over the middle of the field, fires deep to the right side of the field, and there is nothing there. He was aiming for number 12, Javarion Bradford deep, threw it about the 10-yard line. Bradford was at the basically 20.
I mean, it honestly was not a terrible throw. I mean, he had him right over the linebacker's head, right in between the safety and the linebacker. Cover 2 right there, and it was number 2, B.J. Mays for Nolensville, dropping back as that deep safety on the right side of the field, and he was almost able to weave it to Javarion Bradford on the seam, right between the 2 deep safeties, unfortunately, right over the head of the safeties and his receiver.
Burros looking to respond. It'll be Trotter in the gun. Takes a snap, hands off to Reams, tries to cut to the right, cuts back to the left to about the 40, and he's still going, never mind, to about the 49-yard line of the Knights. So they cross into Knight territory, but it's about a gain of 1.
Yeah, the umpire of tonight's game, Steve Hogan, the referee, Jeff Silker. They're going to go ahead and mark this one at the 48-yard line. 3rd down, 8 yards to go. Line to gain at the 40-yard line. And the Burros are going to have to stop getting themselves in situations where it's a pass play 100%. And honestly, I wouldn't be too surprised to see a run or a short gain here. Maybe have to go for it on 4th down because a punt may be helpful. Just not sure if Drew Thornton can control the spin to pin Nolensville deep on only a 40-yard punt.
It is definitely potentially 4th down territory. Trotter will take the snap, look wide to Reams, cutting to the left, looks back over the middle, fires it to Reams out wide to the left, catches about the 49, and he runs and he gets the 1st down. Wow. Reams just shot out of a cannon right there, burst right by 2 defenders, gets to about the 39-yard line, and the Burros are moving.
Yeah, Ben, I mean, you explained it perfectly. Reams caught that ball at the 45-yard line, literally looked like he was shot out of a cannon, gained 5 yards easily on 2 Nolensville defenders in pursuit, and Trotter looked like he was trying to go for a read deeper down the field, slung it out to Giovanni Reams with 2 men in his face, and Reams picks up the 1st down. Burros are driving.
Burros once again with trips out to the left, 1 out to the right, and Joshua Cartmel. Javarion Bradford sweeps over the middle, and Trotter tries to take a QB draw up the middle. Absolutely nothing. Knights were everywhere on that, and there's about a loss of 2 to about the 40-yard line.
Yeah, nice tackle there in the backfield from number 44, Gary Davis. Just a linebacker fire blitz right through the A-gap, and he was able to bring down Trotter. Only a minute left to go here in the quarter, though. 2nd down, 13 yards to go. Long drive from the Burros. We're closing in on double-digit plays.
The Burros are trying to respond and answer a great play by the Knights. Trotter seeing what he can create. He'll take the snap, fake hand off to Reams, rolls out to the right, fires over the middle to Kyle Hicks, and number 50, Brennan Rexroad was there in the coverage.
Yeah, and Kyle Hicks. It was really a triple-tiered dig route concept there. Bradford runs about a 10-yard dig. Kike Baker runs about a 15, 20-yard dig. And Kyle Hicks goes right underneath with a quick out route of about 5 yards on the out dig route there. And he looks for Hicks right underneath the 2 other dig routes. And Hicks gets the ball knocked away from him. As you said there, Ben, Brendan Rexroad in coverage in the flat as the middle linebacker. That was his coverage zone. Does a great job protecting it. Another 3rd down and long for this Burros offense.
Yeah, and it'll be the 3rd straight set of downs where the Burros are on 3rd and pretty long. Like Drew said, it'll be 3rd and 12, 47 seconds left on the clock. The Knight student section is rocking with some D-up chants. Trotter will be in the gun. Burros looking to create some points here. Not sure what the stoppage is.
Looks like the umpire tonight, Steve Hogan, is looking to get the game clock correct on time. They're going to knock it down to 27 seconds. Players improving.
It'll be Trotter motioning Kike Baker out behind him. Looks to the right. Looks back over the middle to Javarion Bradford, who has at the 25, 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown, Burros. What a play call. There was a screen pass. He looked right. He looked left on the screen pass to Javarion Bradford over the middle, and he just kept on running.
You mentioned that rocking student section from the Nolensville High School crew here, and the complete silence goes about the stadium now. Phenomenal decoy from Kike Baker. He runs into the flat on the near sideline, claps his hand calling for the ball. He draws 3 linebackers. Javarion Bradford, just a little rocket tunnel screen right across the middle of the field, catches the ball, uses his speed, cuts right across the middle of the field. Great blocking downfield. Overall, great play. Burros tie it up.
And like you said, that play call is not very simple to run, as Drew Thornton will boot the PAT right through, and it'll be 7-7 ball game. That play call is not simple at all. Burros have definitely been practicing that one.
Yeah, they have. I mean, it was a phenomenal use there. 3rd and long. If you don't get it, you at least get 4 or 5 yards out of that. It's a really easy play not to throw an interception on, as Javarion Bradford was open. You can easily throw the ball away, and you have Kike Baker here in the flat as an emergency outlet blanket there. And with 21 seconds left, 7-7, Ben, as you mentioned, Nolensville is going to get this ball. And it is a very, very tight game here in Nolensville, Tennessee. 5A Region 6 matchup. Both teams looking for their second region win of the year.
We're in for a good one as the Knights are running back out the kicking team. Burros respond in a big way. There'll be 21 to go in the first quarter. Once again, the Knights, white helmets, blue jerseys, gray pants. The Burros are in green and yellow helmets, white jerseys, yellow pants.
Yeah, Ben, it's a 7-7 game here as we're closing in on the end of the first quarter and imagining neither team scores here with 21 seconds left, barring a kickoff return or a really quick touchdown. I mean, both of these teams averaging about 14 points per game in the first quarter. We're only at 7. Nolensville averaging 11 points per game in the second quarter. Hillsboro only 7. So it is a really evenly matched offensive matchup. Hillsboro averaging 34.5 points per game in total. Nolensville averaging 35.7 points per game in total. And it's going to be a shootout. They've already proved it. Nolensville strikes first. Nice play call from Coach Anthony Brown, co-offensive coordinator, Coach Ian Marshall. And we got a tie ball game here in Nolensville, Ben. 84%, according to CoachT.com, have picked of their contributors, picked Nolensville to win this ball game. Only 16% believed in the Burros. They're looking to shock the world on Nolensville's homecoming.
And Ruiz will boot it to about the 15-yard line, returned by number 33, Andrew Ryan. He's trying to take it out to the right side of the field, and he is brought down by number 18, Joe-Sean Batts from the Burros. And there looked like there was something at the right side of the field. Joe-Sean Batts didn't let anything happen. So the Knights will have it at about the 27-yard line.
Yeah, 15 seconds left here in the quarter. Nolensville continues to move right to left here, Ben, but I would just imagine a run play, run out the rest of this clock, maybe try and break something loose if you can on that run play. If not, gain a couple yards, go into the second quarter, and then look to put together a nice drive in the second quarter.
Like Drew said, Nolensville looking to put up points this drive after Collins will motion out to Saka to the left. Catches one about 25-yard line and absolutely runs a Burro over at the 30-yard line. Brought down by a couple of Burros at the 35. Wow.
Yeah, big hit there. Zion Tamaska lays it down on the 5'10 corner, Sorrell Burton. He's a point guard on the basketball court. He's a smaller guy. And the senior, Zion Tamaska, taking advantage of it. Gets out of bounds with 9 seconds left. They got it from their own 37. And they may be trying to put something together here at the end of the first quarter. Catch the Burros on their heels.
And what Tamaska doesn't have in size, he makes up in power. He absolutely ran the guy over. It'll be Collins in the gun. Trips out to the right. Motions Tamaska back over the middle. Jet sweep. Fakes the handoff. Collins runs it up the middle to the 40, to the 45, to the 50. He is still running. Brought down by a few Burros. Into Burrow territory at about the 49-yard line.
Yeah, and that'll end the quarter. Ty Collins wants that on the fake jet sweep quarterback power play. Gets into Burrow territory as the quarter comes to a conclusion. So, Ben, it is 7-7. Burros coming in high school's homecoming night. Burrow 7.
And we are back. It'll be the Hillsboro Burros 7, Nolensville Knights 7. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Knights at about the Burros 49. Tamaska takes a hand up to the middle to the west side of the field to about the 45-yard line. And the Knights are moving.
Yeah, just a nice halfback dive right up the middle. Halfback slam maybe on that left hash mark. Important to note now, Nolensville moving left to right on the field. Still a tie game, still looking to drive. Nice chunk out of that first down bin there. Nice handoff to Zion Tamaska. 2nd and 6 for Nolensville. I'm expecting play action pass.
It'll be Collins in the gun. Hands off to Tomaska once again, who has a burst of speed to about the 37-yard line. Tomaska just blew right through any Burrow arm tackles there and got the first down.
Yeah, I mean, a couple guys tried to get in on that. And, I expected the play action pass. I think the defensive coordinator, Greg Abner for Hillsboro, may have expected a play action pass. Caught on their heels. Nolo moves the chains.
Collins will be in the gun again. Motions Landon Smotherman behind him. Hands off once again to Tomaska. Breaks it out to the right side of the field, back up the middle. And he is hammered by Burrow at about the 28-yard line. And there'll be about a 2nd and 2. One. Collins in this Knights offense has really been moving this drive, looking to answer back from a Burrow touchdown. 10:45 to go left in the half. Burrow 7, Knights 7. They'll be at the Burrows 27-yard line. Collins will take the snap, hand off to Tomaska one more time. Back up the middle to about the 30 to the 25 to the 20. Back at about the 15. He just does not go down.
No, he doesn't go down on the arm tackles. And I would imagine Coach Anthony Brown, Coach Greg Abner, two guys that have been mentioned a lot tonight, the head coach and the defensive coordinator. And, I mean, they had to have been talking about Zion Tomaska not going down on arm tackles, going to have to get low, going to have to take them down. Burrows have showed that they're going to refute that right now, and it's not working out for them.
Collins once again in the gun. Tomaska to his right. And if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Hands back off to Tomaska. And he is absolutely pummeled by Matthew Bean in the backfield. Great tackle by Bean. And Tomaska finally brought down for a loss of yardage.
Yeah, 2nd and 11 now. Nice job by Bean. They finally brought a couple extra guys from the second level. Instead, it was still Bean able to make the tackle, but bringing those linebackers, Greg Abner adjusting.
Knights are in the Burrows in their own red zone. Tomaska will be to Collins' left. Motion Smotherman. Jet sweep across the middle. Hands off to Smotherman. Breaks an arm tackle. Still on the left side of the field. And he's still going. And he is still going to about the 9-yard line of the Burrows. He was touched in the backfield behind the line of scrimmage and still got about 7 yards there.
Yeah, Andrew Teamer was able to grab his jersey in the backfield. And I will say, just a complete miscall on the far sideline. Brendan Bowie gets held out there by whoever number 11 is. That's going to be Jackson Bandy, the wide receiver. And he holds Brendan Bowie. No call. Smotherman able to gain a few more yards. Nice tackle from a couple Burrows in white. 3rd down and 3. Huge stop for the Burrows. Forced field goal here, boys.
Collins motion Smotherman once again. Another jet sweep. Fakes that sweep. Hands off to Tomaska. Gets it to about the 5-yard line. And they are moving. It'll be a 1st down for the Knights. Knights will be at about the 5-yard line trying to punch this one in. And obviously, like we've seen, Tomaska is able to do that. They're looking to create a 14-7 game. It'll be Collins in the gun, 2 out to the right. Tomaska to his left. Once again, motion Smotherman behind him. Hands off to Tomaska one more time, and he brings it into the end zone. Oh, there's a fumble. The ball is loose. Burrows pick it up. Dominic Leonard down to the 10, to the 15, to the 20, to the 25. And what has happened?
I don't know what Zion Tomaska thinks the rule is. He's saying end zone like you can't get the ball stripped out from you while you're in the end zone. He had 1 foot in the end zone, 1 foot out of the end zone. Ball was stripped out before anything happened. That's an easy fumble call there from the referees. And I'm hoping Jeff Silker, Steve Hogan, the two main guys on the crew tonight here in Nolensville, are going to get this one right, because that would be a huge play for the Burrows. And Zion Tomaska, loose with the ball, comes back to bite him. And Nolensville, they're going to say, this is a terrible call, but it is a good call. 1st down and 10 for the Burrows, and they get the job done stripping it loose.
And an absolute huge mental mistake from the senior Zion Tomaska. I know it might be a touchdown, but you just have to finish the play. You have to let it all happen. Tomaska, unfortunate situation. The Burrows, that is huge. So far, the Knights have been 0-2 and 0 for 2 in the red zone. Faked the kick, didn't get it. And Nolensville will be looking to confer with the rest as they call a timeout. And while they confer, we're going to hit the break, and we'll be right back. back off the night timeout. The Burros will have the ball at about their 25-yard line, and it is a huge turnover for the Knights. Burros looking to score after the Knights looked like they were going to have a 14-0 lead or 14-7 lead.
Coach for Nolensville, Paul Derrick, giving an earful to the referee, but no matter what, Burros ball from their own 25-yard line. Great play from the defense.
Trotter will take the snap, fake the handoff, pass it out wide to Javon Bradford as a blocker in front to the 30, to the 35. And there's a flag, so I'd expect a holding from Joshua Cartmel. Bradford got the first down to about the 30-yard line, but I'm assuming this one comes back.
Yeah, I didn't see a holding. I mean, it might be a face mask, might have slipped some fingers in the face mask there. His jersey was clear. Did not see any hands on the jersey. All I saw was a pretty good block from Cartmel. Javarian Bradford was able to get to the outside. Like you said, Ben, got out near the Burrow 40-yard line. And unfortunately, Ben, like you said, it's going to be a holding and a 10-yard penalty, moving the Burros back to their own 15. Just maybe a makeup call from that fumble. But no matter what, I did not see a holding there from Cartmel.
And that's a real killer, as the Burros have not been getting much going on first down. To get that first down would have been great for them. It'll be 1st and 11, so you don't lose much there. But we'll see what the Burros can do off of that. Trotter will be in the gun with a new back to his right. It'll be in Marcel Burnett. Freeman motions over the middle. Trotter will take the snap, hand off to Burnett, counter to the right side of the field, and he is not going down. Tackle breaks like multiple tackles to about the 30-yard line. Gain of 5 or 6.
Joseph Carano was in the backfield to try and wrap him up. And when I tell you, if you try and tackle Marcel Burnett at the shoulders, he's going to throw you off. Did just that, took Carano right by the collarbone, threw him down, threw off a couple other defenders, picked up 5. Nice run from Marcel.
And Marcel Burnett is the reason why me and Drew are up here and not down on the football field. That is a scary dude to tackle. It'll be Trotter with Burnett to his right. 2 receivers out wide to the right. Trotter will take this high snap over his head, fumbled. Trotter tries to do something with it, just falls down at about the 16-yard line. And once again, Burros are in a 3rd and rough.
Yeah, it was number 2, B.J. Mays, and number 28, Carson Kelly, the 2 linebackers for the Nolensville Knights. And they're able to get way back there. It's going to be 3rd down and 18. And a costly mistake. I mean, you get the ball from a driving Nolensville offense, and you're trying to put an offensive drive together, fumble the snap, get a holding call, all just stuff shooting yourself in the foot. And if you're Hillsboro, got to take advantage in a tough environment here at Nolensville, trying to get your 2nd region win and get a tie for 1st place in the region. You cannot be doing things like this.
Play clock is down to about 5. Trotter trying to get the linemen ready. 2-1. And they call a delay a game. It was super close. Usually the rest might give them that one, but hey, we're in Nolensville.
Yeah, it was the back judge, Colin Morrow, came flying in from the 50-yard line where he was positioned. Easy delay a game call. Got to get up to the line. Just talking about shooting yourself in the foot. They do it again. It's going to be 3rd down and over 20 yards. Just run this ball, let Drew Thornton punt, get a stop on defense.
So you're thinking run here?
I'm either thinking run or maybe one of the slip screens we've seen from Bradford or Cartmel, try and get him out in space, and maybe they get a couple blocks. Line to gain is at the Burrow 35, though. So as they stand back at their own 12, it's going to be a long way to go, 23 yards to be exact.
Yeah, and the Burros have playmakers, but it's 3rd and 21. So we'll see what happens here. It'll be stacked out wide to the right. Trotter with Burnett to his left. Kike Baker alone on the west side. Trotter takes the snap, looks right, fires deep to a Nolensville defender. That's about 20, 25, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown. It'll be number 10, Joshua Hicks. Pick 6. And a turnover basis.
I mean, that's the thing you can't do. It's 7-7 from your own 12. Deshaun Trotter throws a first pass on that far sideline. He was looking for Kyle Hicks on an out route of about 15 yards. And I mean, there was 2 blue jerseys right there. It was an easy interception, easy take back to the house. And Nolensville takes advantage of a dumb drive from Hillsboro. 13-7, and 7 of those points coming on defense. Things you cannot afford. And if I'm Coach Anthony Brown, I'm livid at that throw from Trotter.
So Roderick Diaz for the PAT. Puts it up, and it's through. So it'll be 14-7. Knights over Burros. 6:28 to go. And we'll be right back after this. It'll be 14-7. Knights coming off a pick six touchdown. J.D. Coleman for the kickoff for the Knights has already proved he's got an absolute leg as the Burrow returners and Javaron Bradford and Gio Reams are stepping a bit further back and respecting the boot here. Coleman teeing it up after a huge defensive stop and defensive touchdown. Coleman, the run up and the kick. It's a chip shot to about the 35-yard line, and the Burros fair catch it. It was Sorrell Burton with the fair catch. I'm pretty sure he fair caught it very early into the play, but didn't look like anything was that important.
Yeah, I mean, nice job to hold that one in. Caught it at his own 35. Hooch kick, tried to keep the Burros on their heels there. Burton does a great job. I mean, a fumble there, give the Nolensville Knights the ball back. That's costly. Nice fair catch. Burros from their own 35. Need a score, tie this game up. They get the ball at the half, so if they can potentially choose 6 minutes of clock here, or at least 5.5 minutes, make Nolensville rush on that last drive, try and keep it tied going into the half.
Like Drew said, Burros in the south end of the field heading to the north. And it does, J.D. Coleman does open up that option after we saw a huge kick. Put a chip shot in there. Hopefully you can get the ball back. Trotter will be in the gun. Hand off to Eric Cleves, number 9, and a great burst of speed to about the 43-yard line. And again, this Burros trio, you see them all.
Yeah, we have seen them all. We saw Marcel Burnett, actually a pretty good play last drive, although it ended poorly. Reams has looked all right. Nice run there by Cleves, gain of 8.
Burros run hurry up, hand off to Cleves one more time. It takes it back up the middle to the right side of the field to about the 50-yard line. And maybe they found out how the run game is working. It'll be a first down for the Burros.
Yeah, I mean, expecting pass, I believe, there from Nolensville. Only 3 down linemen a couple times there. They're going to go ahead and bring down number 64, Cooper Gilreath, now to play that edge spot. 4 down linemen and a 4-2-5 formation from Nolensville on defense.
Burros working quick. Another handoff to Eric Cleves to the right side of the field. And once again, as a horse collar tackle, and it'll get to about the Eric Cleves will get to about the 34-yard line along with a horse collar tackle. Burros could be getting a good gain here. And Eric Cleves, maybe they found the guy.
Yeah, I mean, Eric Cleves is a mixture of the 2 running backs, right? Giovanni Reams is a guy who's going to come in. He's going to be a small guy. He's going to maneuver the gaps and be lightning in a bottle. Marcel Burnett is going to take the handoff. He's going to get you 4 or 5 yards a play. Has potential to break it off with that speed. But Eric Cleves, 6'1", 185 pounds. He's got a little bit of lightning in him, but he's also a guy who can power it through a couple D linemen. And then we thought it was going to be a horse collar, which it did look like a horse collar. It's going to be a holding against the Burros, a face mask against the Knights defense. Penalties are offset, so that run won't mean anything. First down, 10 yards to go. Burros have got it at the no-low 49.
And like Drew said, once again, the penalties are killer. The penalties are killer for the Burros. They've been killer the whole last drive, which led to a pick 6. Burros had a great gain there. We'll see what they can do again. Todd will be in the gun. 2 receivers out wide to the left, 1 to the right. Cleves in the backfield. Hand off to Cleves one more time. Tries to break it out to the right side of the field and gets tackled by number 40, Joseph Carano, for a loss of 1.
Yeah, nice play from Carano. Snuffed it out from the beginning. They tried to just run a sweep play off the right tackle there, and it was very close to a holding call no matter what. But instead of a holding call, it's going to be 2nd down and 11, right at the 50-yard line. I like trying to get the run game going, but now you got to start mixing it up. Make this Nolensville defense guess, because they've been a little off. 3 down linemen, 4 down linemen. They're going to line up 4-2-5 here. 3-3-5 here once again in the nickel, maybe expecting a pass.
It'll be 2nd and 11. Burros trying to create some. Strips out wide to the left. Trotter fumbles the snap. Ball's on the ground, and it is recovered by Trotter, but Burros will once again shoot themselves in the foot and lose about 7 yards.
Yeah, McClendon and Trotter both got nervous. It was a 3-3-5 nickel blitz there. Number 40, Joseph Carano, hawking in over the nose tackle, hawking in over the right guard for the Burros, and McClendon saw him coming, saw him time up the snap perfect, got nervous, snapped it over the head of Trotter. Trotter fumbles it, and now a 3rd down and about 17 yards, Ben. Just a brutal situation for Hillsboro.
Hopefully, not another pick 6 here on a 3rd and long. John Bradford motion behind, and there's a flag. I'm assuming false start on the Burros. And once again, Drew, what else? But the Burros shooting themselves in the foot.
Yeah, I mean, a rough flag there. Looks like it's going to be signaled against the Burros. And it's going to be a false start. It looked like number 55, Matthew Bean. They were trying to swing the play out to the left, and the left guard, Matthew Bean, jumped a little bit. So 3rd down, about 20 yards to go. once again. And unfortunately for the Burros, they may just have to hand this one off and just kick it back to Nolensville.
The Burros have ran off quite a bit of clock. It'll be 4 minutes to go. 3rd and 22. Prado will take the snap, look out wide to the left. Fires to Kike Baker, who drops the football. He caught it about the original line of scrimmage. Not sure if he would have gotten the first down, but just crucial mistakes.
I mean, at that point, you could have probably gone for it on 4th down. Kike Baker was going to catch that ball right at the end logo in the middle of the field. Had the opportunity to cut it up the field, maybe get it to a 4th down, 4th down and 5. Unfortunately, dropped it, and it's going to be 4th and 22. Drew Thornton on the punt.
Landon Smotherman will be deep to return. 3:42 left to go in the first half. Knights 14, Burros 7. Kyle Hicks a snap to Thornton. Thornton barely gets the punt off. Hits at about the 38-yard line, rolls to about the 31, 30, and it'll be a touchdown by the Burros.
Yeah, 40-yard punt there from Andrew Thornton. Nice job. I mean, nice favorable roll. Almost got blocked. He's fortunate enough to get it off. And it's 14-7 Nolensville right now, Ben. 3:33 to go here in the half. Nolensville's going to come out. Their quarterback, Ty Collins, got an offer from Maryville College, and those type of guys, I mean, they have the opportunity to move the ball down the field very swiftly, and they're looking to do the same here against the Burros. Nolensville averaging just about 24 points per game in the first half, so nice defense from the Burros, but you're trying to hold it to a one-possession game. Turnover from this defense would be nice.
Nice. Collins will take the snap, hand off to Tomasco again, and Tomasco gets a good gain to about the 44-yard line. The Burros have not been able to stop that run game.
They haven't. I mean, just a run right through the teeth of the defense, 4-man front and everything. Instead, Nolensville's going to get up to their own 45. They keep moving left to right, and they keep picking up the pace on them, Ben.
Knights trying to put something on the board with 3:26 left to go. After Tomasco takes a run out of bounds. Collins will take the snap, hand off to Tomasco again, takes to the left side, and brought down for about a gain of 1. And it'll be so about the their own 46-yard line. It'll be 2nd down and 9. Knights trying to run a hurry-up offense here as there's about 3 minutes left to go in the half. Trying to increase their lead to a 2-possession lead.
Nolensville, a state tournament team last season, 12-1 season, made it to the quarterfinals before falling to Page. Looking to get back there this season, only lost 1 game. 5 wins so far, looking to get to 6. 2nd down and 9, crucial stop for the Burros ahead.
Collins with 5 wide, takes a snap, drops back, looks to the right side of the field, looks deep to Oliver Bender, and the Burros were right there. It was number 14,
Michael Bennett Jr.
Michael Bennett Jr. in coverage, and looks similar to the Deshaun Trotter pick 6. The defender was right there in front of the receiver.
I mean, he was right there. Oliver Bender is a tall guy, 6'4", and Michael Bennett Jr. played it perfectly, especially as an outside linebacker in coverage. Got right in front of him, put his hands in front of his hands, completely clean play. Just couldn't hold on to it right off his fingertips. But Ben, not a bad deflection there. They have the opportunity to get a stop, let the offense get another shot at it. 3rd down and 9 from their own 46. Need a stop. Hillsboro defense.
3rd down and 9. Like Drew said, Burros trying to get a stop. Landon Smotherman fakes his jet sweep, passes out wide to Tomasco to the left side of the field. Tomasco keeps on running, and his yards after contact have been great to get the Knights first down to about the 44-yard line of the Burros.
Not a bad swing pass out there. And the difference between Nolensville's swing passes and Hillsboro's swing passes are the lead blockers out in front. Nice blocking out wide. It was Oliver Bender and Landon Smotherman getting physical on the far sideline where that swing pass went. 1st and 10. Nolensville moving inside Burros territory.
Collins will be in the shotgun with Tomasco to his right. Again, fakes a jet sweep, hands off to Tomasco up the middle. Tomasco has speed, gets it to about the 35-yard and 30. Brought down by a Burro. It'll be number 8, Brendan Bowie, but once again, Tomasco just gets those nice first down runs.
I mean, it's that fake jet sweep. Landon Smotherman coming from the right side to the left side, the near side to the far side. Fakes that jet sweep, hand off to Tomasco up the middle. He's able to use that burst right behind the center. And this Hillsboro defense going to have to step up. They've got it on the Hillsboro 29, and with 1:50 to go, I'll say it again, crucial stop.
Absolutely. Collins, there seems to be a stoppage of play. The refs seem to be talking to Dom Leonard, and they're going to send him off the field, which is crucial. as the Burros could really use a guy like that. Once
Yeah.
again, it's for the knee. And I was reading up on the rules, and for about 2 equipment malfunctions, after the third one, somebody gets ejected.
Yeah, there is a warning issued to the coach. There is a player ejection involved later on down the line. And after the exit of Matthew Bean for the knee pad violation earlier on, now number 2, Dom Leonard, on a big first down, he's going to be taken off the field for exposed knees. And so, Ben, 14-7 is the score here from Nolensville, Tennessee. We're down to inside 70 degrees on a very beautiful night for some high school football. Week 7, both teams 5-1. Nolensville 1-1 in region play. That only win coming against Glencliff in a 55-0 victory back in week 4. Loss suffered last week to Centennial 14-17, even though they led until the fourth quarter. As for Hillsboro, big win last week, 35-0 over James Lawson. Able to stop the run, and that Wildcat they ran all night long with Cam Shields. But we talked about it pregame, Ben. A guy like Kenneth Jordan for Stewart's Creek was able to rip this Burrow defense apart, and they're looking to stop the same from happening here with the senior in blue, Zion Tamaska. Coach Anthony Brown still on the far sideline, talking it over with the referees. But Ben, Hillsboro looking to win 6 games for the first time since 2018, where they won 9 games, made the third round of the playoffs before losing to Beach in a very promising season. Most wins as a head coach for Coach Anthony Brown in his career here in 2023. And they're looking to steal one in enemy territory.
And head coach Anthony Brown is finally done talking to the refs. The Knights will have it on the Burros 29-yard line. There once again is a stoppage of play. The drone was on the field. Not sure what happened there. Quite interesting, you know. I don't think many NFL teams go through that, so we're special over here.
The drones in high school football have definitely taken a step up in the film room, though. That all-22 view has got to be nice.
Collins will fire deep to the right side of the field to Wayne Smotherman on the sideline and picked off. Sorrell Burton with the pick. He's trying to take it out of the end zone. To the 10, to the 15, to the 20. Leg tackled by number 40, Joseph Carano. Sorrell Burton on a great receiver and Landon Smotherman gets a pick.
Yeah, and we talked about it. Textbook defense right there from Sorrell Burton. He's outmatched in the height department. 5'11", Landon Smotherman. 5'8", Sorrell Burton. 5'10", Sorrell Burton comes right in under the arms of Smotherman, catches it right at his helmet, and a nice return is going to set the Burros up at their own 28, Ben. I know you mentioned it, but with 1.5 minutes left, a nice drive here. 2 timeouts for Hillsboro. Got to put together a nice drive, but you can tie the game up going to the half, get the ball back. Aside from that one pick, Deshaun hasn't looked too shabby.
And we've talked about the Burros shooting themselves, but so far, the Knights have been 0 for 2 in the red zone. And then from their own about 28, just threw a pick. So not been good for them. Burros trying to put up some points and tie the game going into half. Play clock running down. Trotter will try to get the snap off, and head coach Anthony Brown will call a timeout.
Yeah, he's furious from that far sideline. It was Javarian Bradford who seemed to be confused as he was trying to line up in the slot. And I know Javarian Bradford obviously may have messed that one up, but Bradford's only a sophomore, right? The senior quarterback, Deshaun Trotter's got to be responsible, get the guys up to the line. You need that timeout this drive. Down 7 points, only 1.5 minutes to go. You need that timeout. And rightfully so, Coach Anthony Brown furious with burning it. But they will step away, Ben. And honestly, it's been a very good game up to this point. As I mentioned earlier, 84% of contributors at CoachT.com, one of the best high school outlets in the state, picked Nolensville to win this football game. The Tennessee and Tom Krager, Tyler Palmatier, both those guys gave Hillsboro just a little bit of hope, but Nolensville, Hillsboro, for the first time ever, and Nolensville only opening in 2017, it is a very intriguing matchup on the first ever matchup between the Burros and the Knights.
And the Burros are looking to put up points, and they get the ball after half. So a score here, and then you get the ball after half, you could almost get the lead. But we'll stay in the present. Burros are trying to put up some points. Prado will be in the gun. Take the snap, hand off to Giovanni Reams to the right side. He will take it up to about the 26-yard line for a gain of 2, and the clock will keep on running.
Yeah, Charter's going to go ahead and get that play. They're going to have to hurry up to the line. Not a terrible play call, obviously, trying to break off a run early. You still have that timeout. They may be trying to get in field goal range for Andrew Thornton, but the looks of it right now, they're going to have to speed it up or go for a deep ball highlight play. When you got a guy like Heike Baker He's got over 800 receiving yards this year. Maybe to make something work late in the first half.
And a guy like Kike Baker that you talk about is alone on the left side of the field. Trotter takes drop back, rolls out to his right, fires to Giovanni Reams, the running back, and low pass. Reams tried to scoop it up. There's just nothing going. Clock will stop. It'll be 3rd and 8 for the Burros.
Yeah, Kike Baker isolated on the far sideline. On the near sideline with number 2, BJ Mays. He ran about a 10-yard out route. Trotter looked at him, couldn't find him, flushed out to the far side of the field, looked for Gio Reams, and with Jackson Bandy closing in on him head-to-head, probably better to drop that ball.
46. There'll be 46 seconds left to go in the half. 3rd and 8 from the Burros' own 25-yard line. Trotter will be in the gun with Reams to his left. Motions Javarion Bradford behind him. Plenty of speed. Reams tried to set the screen pass up again. That worked so perfectly. Nothing going. It'll be number 50, Brendan Rexroad, in for the tackle. They figured that one out.
Yeah, they did. I mean, they snuffed it out perfectly. Brendan Rexroad staying at home. Very, very fundamental play there from the senior middle linebacker. He's been all over the field tonight. He's been a great job in coverage. There's a timeout on the field, by the way, by Nolensville. But Brendan Rexroad, he deflected a pass earlier intended for Kyle Hicks. Big stop there on 3rd down. So 4th down and 9 and from their own territory. Timeout on. Hillsboro will punt when we come back. 37 seconds to go in the half. Nolo leading on their homecoming. Big region matchup. Burros trail. You're listening to the Burro Broadcast Network.
And we are back. Like Drew said a moment ago, it'll be 4th and 9 for the Burros. Drew Thornton looking to punt. Landon Smotherman to return, standing out about at his own 35. It'll be Knights 14, Burros 7. 37 to go until half. Thornton will take the snap, get the punt off. It's a low line drive. Smotherman will fair catch it at about the 43-yard line. And the Knights will be in decent field position.
Yeah, I mean, good fair catch there from Landon Smotherman at his own 43-yard line. Kyle Hicks was closing in, and the long snapper would have obliterated him in his own territory. So nice fair catch. 32 seconds to go here in the half. I would imagine the way Nolensville's been running their offense, they're going to try and put some points up. They got a couple timeouts left. Burros defense is going to have to hold. They got it in favorable field possession, again, from their own 43.
And with great playmakers like Landon Smotherman and Zion Tomasca, you never know. So it'll be once again Landon Smotherman motion behind Collins. Collins drops back, finds a screen pass to Tomasca, and there was nothing going. There was a flag on the play. I feel like it has to be holding, but they might have saw something that we didn't.
They look like they may call it on the Davian Moss, and the Davian Moss didn't make a play on the ball. And they're going to pick it up.
Wave it off.
So they're going to pick the flag up. It was originally called in by the umpire tonight, Mr. Barton. They went ahead and picked that flag up, and rightfully so. I mean, just a really rough call. I mean, the Davian Moss was in coverage on that screenplay, ran the same play we've seen from Hillsboro a couple times, and that would have been a missed call there, but instead 2nd and 10.
It'll be Collins in the gun. 28 to go. Motions Tomasca out to the right. Looks over the middle. Looks back to his right. Tries to scramble here. Burros closing in all directions. They run into each other as he slides down, and they throw the flag, but they didn't even touch him. They throw the flag. Collins slid down at about the 48-yard line. The Burros did not touch him. They tackled each other and did not touch Ty Collins.
Joshawn Batts and Marcel Burnett, after the slide from Ty Collins, hit helmets and shoulder pads trying to stop each other. They heard the sound, and they're going to try and call an unnecessary roughness on Nolensville. On Hillsboro in Nolensville's favor. And the two white jerseys hit each other, as you said there, Ben. 21 seconds left. And they're going to call unsportsmanlike conduct on two Hillsboro Burros hitting each other in the shoulder pads. Flag I've never heard of in my life. But the Hillsboro Burro faithful traveling down to Nolensville is going to boo the referees on this one, although the Nolensville faithful does enjoy it. Just a tough call.
I don't know how they confer and still don't see that, but We'll see what happens. Collins, the clock is still running about 15, takes a snap, drops back, fires deep left side of the end zone to Landon Smotherman, falls down. There was nothing going. He tries to get a call, tripped himself. 9 seconds to go. It'll be 2nd and 10 from their own 37 as the Burros strapped up that one there.
Yeah, you mentioned, Brendan Bowie in coverage down the field. I've talked about how perfect that matchup is. Two equal speed players, equal height, equal weight. And Smotherman's done that twice. Tripped on his own power and tried to blame it on the flag. Nice coverage down the field by number 8, Brendan Bowie.
9 seconds to go. Knights trying to create something from their own 38. Motion Smotherman over the middle. Collins takes a snap, drops back, looks to his right, looks to the end zone about the 25-yard line. Smotherman drops the ball. He would have cut it about the 23-yard line with 5 seconds to go. They maybe could have gotten a kickoff, but the ball is dropped. It'll be 3rd and 10. Might see a run here.
Yeah, you talked about it. It was just a comeback route here on the near sideline. Smotherman jumped, got a little nervous with 2 white jerseys around him. Jumped, tried to catch it at his chest, just right in and out of the hands. And as you mentioned, Ben, an opportunity for Nolensville there could have presented himself. Tried to get up 17-7 before going into the half with a pretty good kicker. But instead, 5 seconds to go from the Burrow 37, 3rd and 10. May just try and run this one out.
Knights with a 14-7 lead. Trying to keep that going into half. And there seems to be a timeout Knights. I guess we were wrong. They might try to create something here. Drew, so far, 14-7 game. Burros are trailing. Obviously, they were the underdogs coming into this game. What have you liked what they've done so far?
For the Burros offensively, they've done a great job letting Deshaun Trotter let the ball fly. Obviously, a very uncharacteristic interception. Only his 3rd interception in 7 games. But, those things happen, right? Keep letting Deshaun Trotter air the ball out. The confidence in him from offensive coordinators, Coach Anthony Brown and Coach Ian Marshall, has been immense so far. I've loved the way they've let him throw the ball. Get the ball in the hands of playmakers like Kike Baker, Jafari and Bradford. We saw him take one for about 30 yards into the end zone. Defensively, they're going to have to start stopping Tamaska out of the backfield and stop breaking down in zone coverage. But other than that, defensively, not too bad. Nolensville averaging 24 points per game a half. Only 14 right now with 5 seconds to go here in this one.
Knights, potential Hail Mary situation here. 5 seconds to go from their own 38. From the Burros 38, excuse me. Motion Smotherman across the middle. Looks deep. Collins rolls out right. Fires to the end zone. And it'll be picked off by Kike Baker. Kike Baker's going to try to run it out to the 5, to the 10. Trying to create something. Tackled about the 10-yard line. Burros got out of the half with an interception.
Yeah, it was just a heave down into the end zone looking for the receiver, Caleb Farr. Unfortunately for Ty Collins, a little bit of a stat buster there. His 2nd interception of the game. But not bad for the Burros trying to spoil homecoming here in Nolensville, Tennessee. It's the Knights of Nolensville 14, the Burros of Hillsboro 7. Homecoming thematics here at halftime. We'll be back on the other side. It's the Burrow Broadcast Network.
And we are back with the football action. There's about 1 minute left to go in the half. The Knights are up 14 to the Burros 7. Burros looking to build off of a great win against Lawson. Knights looking to have a nice little build-up win after a loss. It's a key district matchup so far, as both teams are 5-1 coming in. And the Burros will be receiving the ball after half. So far this game, we've seen 2 interceptions from Ty Collins, a pick from Deshaun Trotter, and a fumble and a turnover on downs for the Knights. Both teams are looking to pick up the sloppy football and put some points on the board. Like I said earlier, Nolensville with a 7-point lead over the Burros. And this game has huge implications for the playoffs. So far for the Knights, Zion Tomaska has been a huge part in their offense. He's been running the ball excellent. The Burro defense front has not been able to get many stops, and the run game is working perfectly. Burro's offense has seen one great play from Devarion Bradford on a screen pass, but they're looking to get more things involved on offense. A piece we haven't seen much action from is Kike Baker. Baker is a great two-way star. Haven't seen much from him, which on the defensive side is perfectly fine, but offensively trying to get him some receptions and let these playmakers create good plays. The Burros next week will be playing the Page Patriots. They are 5-1, barring the result tonight from their game. It'll be an at-home game at John Cone Stadium for the Burros. Tonight, though, in enemy territory at Nolensville High, they're trying to pick up an upset win over the Knights. So far, the running game for the Burros, which has been a key part for them this year, hasn't been getting much ground. We saw Eric Cleves put up an excellent few runs, piece them all together, but Burros need to get more involved. The offense has been kind of sputtering and hurting themselves in the foot. Burros looking to pick it up. And Drew, coming out, we're about to come out of the half. So far, the Burros on defense giving up 14 points. However, one was a pick six, but still. What have you seen from the Burros defensively so far that you've really loved?
I mean, I've really loved that they've been able at times to come out in that 4-3 or 4-2-5 and really stop the run. Unfortunately, later in the game, as the defender started to get a little bit more tired, Zion Tomaska started slicing them, and that's the thing they got to fix. I think Greg Abner's going to have to be willing to bring a couple more guys on that run and start guessing the run. Because the moment you start guessing the run, the moment you're able to stop Tomaska and his dynamic ability in this game right now, then you're going to be able to stop the pass like you have been already, right? Ty Collins is a guy that's thrown 2 interceptions in this game. You stop the pass. It's time to start stopping the run because that's what they're going to rely on, especially off Collins' tough passing game so far.
Absolutely. And like I said earlier, Ty Collins with 2 picks. The Knights with 3 turnovers overall and a turnover on downs as well with that. About 20 seconds to go until kickoff for the second half. It'll be the Knights kicking to the Burros. Burros trying to tie the game with a touchdown on the first drive of the half. This is a huge district game, setting up to have a great finish, hopefully, for me and Drew here and calling it.
7-point finish would be the closest finish of any Hillsboro game so far this season. Closest margin of any game has been 14. Obviously, that loss to Stewart's Creek back in week 3. As for victory, the smallest margin of victory has been 20 against Cane Ridge. We haven't really seen a close victory. It'd be a nice time to pull one out if you're Hillsboro in enemy territory at Nolensville tonight, trying to spoil their homecoming. All the theatrics, announcing the king and the queen, the band playing. Hillsboro trying to spoil a good night for Nolensville fans.
Yeah, and like you said, Knights fans coming off of a good feeling of getting homecoming and a great performance by their band, you know. I know it's Nolensville, but either way, great performance, you know. That definitely took some skill.
They are trying, obviously. They scheduled Hillsboro here on homecoming for an easy win, and they're not going to get an easy win. Ty Collins picked off twice. They're 10 points per game, under their normal points per game per half. Defense has played great. Javarian Bradford, Gio Reams, back to return. Burros moving left to right. We're in for a good second half. 12 minutes on the clock. Let's roll from Nolo.
It'll be J.D. Coleman to boot the kickoff to start the second half. The run-up and the kick is off. It's a low-line drive. It hits off Javarian Bradford's hands, rolls it. Still rolling. Bradford picks up on 7. Runs to the left side of the field. Kyle Hicks actually cracked somebody to about the 10. It will be a blindside block. The Burros are going to be starting at about their own 4.
I mean, nasty block from Kyle Hicks there. Just absolutely smokes the strong safety, Charles McTory III.
By Marzullo.
On kickoff team. He took one right in the side and honestly trotting off the field. And he seems to be in pain. I mean, Kyle Hicks runs down the field and he's got his boys back. Javarian Bradford did run free from that tackler. Unfortunately, Kyle Hicks going to back his team up a little bit more, but that situation only 5 yards backward. Obviously, Nolensville student section knows they can't do that. I'm sure Kyle Hicks and Coach Brown know so as well, but not the worst thing in the world as Hillsboro is going to start from their own 5.
It would have been bad field position either way, as it was a line drive kickoff. Bradford hit off his hands, kept on rolling. It'll be Trotter under center, which is something we haven't seen much. Or actually, it'll be the Wildcat, Marcel Burnett in the Wildcat. Burnett will take the snap, run to the left side of the field, chugs for about a 5-yard gain, and Burnett, that's what they have him for. They have him in there to get those power runs, and this is the perfect spot to put him in.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, the perfect spot from your own 5-yard line, trying to get out from your ears being pinned back there a little bit. Gets up to the 10, 2nd and 5. We've seen his ability to break free on those Wildcat formation runs as well. Really dynamic out of the Wildcat. He's going to do it again.
Once again, like Drew said, Burnett will be in the Wildcat. Takes a snap, runs it back up the middle, cuts to the left a bit. Not much going. He will get about a lot. They're going to mark it as a loss of 2. Forward progress really is not in favor of the Burros. So it'll be 3rd and 12.
What are you looking at?
3rd and 2, excuse me.
Down for the Burros.
About a gain of 2. And it'll be Burnett in the gun one more time. Burros run it back up the middle. And they mark it short. The football is out, and a Nolensville Knight player has the football. They're going to say that they marked the ball carrier down, though. Burnett gets stopped, and it'll be 4th and short for the Burros.
I think you got to go for it. 4th down, inches to go. You need this drive to be a touchdown. You need that momentum. Marcel Burnett ran for 5-2-2. He's due again. All you need is 1 yard. Smash mouth football. 7, 8 men up front. Burnett, let's see if he can do it.
Takes a snap, runs up to the right side of the field. He's got room. Plenty of it. To the 21-yard line, Burnett got plenty of yardage there. Gained about 5 on 4th and 1.
I like the risky play there. There is a man down. It was number 65, Stafford Bussey. The D tackle down on the play. But again, Ben, like you said, 1st down and 10 from their own 21. Nice play from Burnett. Instead of cutting up the middle where all the Knights defenders enclosed on him, cut it out to the near sideline, able to pick up a bunch.
Absolutely. And Burnett got him out of that rough territory, so they'll send Deshaun Trotter back onto the field. The Wildcat formation worked out perfectly, like not about just how they predicted, but worked out perfect. Burnett will remain in the game, not in the Wildcat, but to Trotter's left. 2 receivers out wide to the right, 1 to the left. It'll be Bradford in the slot. Trotter will take the snap, hand off to Burnett one more time, runs through a man and gets to about a gain of 1 to about the 20. I would say they mark it as no gain.
Yeah, Kyle Hicks trying to get a face mask from the referee here on the near sideline. It was number 40 grabbing his face mask on the near sideline. Hicks isn't happy about it, but either way, it'll be 2nd and 10. Burros from their own 21.
Trotters in the gun, same formation as last time. Takes snap, fakes the handoff, looks left, fires a deep ball to Kike Baker. Kike Baker head tops him in at the 45-yard line. What a catch by Kike Baker. Trotter, great deep ball. Kike Baker losses the defender.
Yeah, and the guy that he actually caught the ball on is down. It's Joshua Hicks. He had a pick 6 earlier in the game off Deshaun Trotter. Trotter and Baker team up to get revenge on him on that catch, and unfortunately, he is going to be down. An unfortunate injury. Never like to see injuries in the game at all, but especially for Nolensville, it would be a big loss to the secondary. Looks like it's going to be his arm. Might have got tangled up with Kike Baker in that helmet. But a huge 1st and 10 for the Burros now. I mean, kind of lull him to sleep a little bit. Run. And on 2nd down, Hillsboro on a normal rundown. 2nd down and 9. Airs the ball out, tries and passes it deep. And the 6'3 Kike Baker catches it right over the head of the 5'9 cornerback, Joshua Hicks. Nice play from Coach Anthony Brown and company. Big pickup of the sticks.
Right, and after half, we both talked about it. They've got to get these playmakers involved. I talked about it myself. Kike Baker, haven't heard much from him today. Getting him involved is a key part of this Burros offense, and we'll see what they do. Trips out to wide to the right. Trotter takes a snap. Muffed handoff but Burnett catches that muff. Runs for about a gain of 1. That was a weird series of play there. Bounced off Trotter's hands. Burnett caught it off the bounce and ran for about a gain of 1.
Yeah, it wasn't a bad recovery there from Marcel Burnett. Just got the dive play. Caught it up about its throat after the fumbled snap. As you said, Ben, from Trotter. Runs it right up the middle, 2nd and 9.
2nd and 9, like you said, 8:20 to go. Left in the 3rd quarter. Trotter on the gun. Take the snap, fake the handoff to Burnett. Look for a swipe for Kike Baker. Kike Baker, 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown. And like I said, I haven't heard his name much. Who else but Kike Baker for the touchdown?
A 40-yard pitch and catch. And a great play from the Hillsboro offense. Triple slant. You mentioned the trips here on the near sideline, the right of Deshaun Trotter. Triple slant right across the middle of the field. High point over the linebacker's head. Baker catches it right up the middle of the field. Burrows score touchdown. And Ben, after all these home games, it's weird to call a touchdown in dead silence as the no-low crowd now silent after the Burrows strike to tie it up.
And Drew Thornton misses the kick. Seemed like it was a muffed handle, and the ball was placed weird. So it'll be 14 Knights, 13 Burros. That is a key missed PAT. 8 to go, 8:09 to go in the 3rd quarter. We're going to hit the break, and we'll be right back.
$500.
We are back. Coming out the
is your home.
first possession of the 2nd half. Puts up a touchdown, misses the PAT. So it's 13-14. Once again, the Knights. White helmets, blue jerseys, gray pants. Burros are in a green and yellow helmet. White jersey, yellow pants. Homecoming night here in Nolensville. Burros looking to upset that. Ben Ruiz is trotting on for the kickoff. Deep back to return is obviously number 35 in Zion Tomasaka, and number 33, Andrew Ryan.
I mean, the more you think about it, the more that missed extra point is just infuriating if you're a Burrow fan listening at home. 14-13, now the score with 8 minutes left. Could have been a tie game. Instead, Burrow's going to have to get a stop and try and go for 2 if they are able to get into the end zone.
You're absolutely right. Breeze will kick it off. Fielded by Tomasaka. He fumbles the ball. Picks up by Ryan. Ryan to the 20. Breaks the tackle at the 20. Touch back across the field to the 20, to the 21. He's still going. For these Burrows arm tackles, he just was not allowing. Somehow managed to get to the 23. Wow.
It was number 7, Eric Thomas, in on the stop. Finally dragged him down. I mean, what looked to be a pretty good return at some points ended up going just about nowhere. Nolensville's going to take it from their own 23-yard line. So, Ben, not been much going there from Tamaska, but not the worst of returns. Nolensville still up by 1 point, and scoring a touchdown here would be huge, as now the Burros are going to have to go for 2, and it's going to be a whole thing for
It'll be nice and high for him, and they hand off to Tamaska, who is absolutely stopped at the line of scrimmage. Like you said, Burros defense coming out of half, trying to figure out the run. Gets there for a loss of 2 on first down.
The first time we've seen Hillsboro defense take down Tamaska for a loss so far in tonight's game. And it looked good, only a 3-man front from Hillsboro, and they're going to make it a 4-man front this time. Marcel Burnett and Teamer holding the edges.
Collins will be in the gun. Hard count, Tamaska will be in the backfield to his right. Trips out wide to the right. Wide receiver out wide to the left. Collins will take the snap, fake handoff to Tamaska. Throw it to Carano over the middle, number 40, and he just dropped the ball. Had the first down, had it in his hands, got the ball at about the 32. Plenty of room to run, just bounces off his hand.
And some of the time, those are the things you need to win if you're Hillsboro. We had an unfortunate break for us as Kike Baker dropped the ball back in the first half on a drive that looked like it may end in a score. And that time, Carano, right across the middle, as you said, had it at the line to gain, dropped it right out of his hands. So now it's 3rd down and 12 for Nolo. Would be huge for your Burros to get the ball back.
3rd down and 12 in their own territory. Knights are working from the south to the north into the field. Right to left on your radio dial. It'll be Collins in the gun. Empty backfield. Motions Tamaska over across the middle. Fakes the jet sweep. Drops back. Evades a sack. Runs out to the left to the 30. Tackled about the 30. That will not be a first down. It'll be about 4th and 4. And the Knights are sending out the punt team.
Yeah, and I mean, you look at a guy like Ty Collins. Unfortunately for him on that one, just not a lot open. Great defense in the secondary. But Nolensville is a team that has a quarterback that's really able to get out. He's able to get out and run, and he's not the fastest in the world, but he's a guy who's going to be able to make the right decisions and get out and move.
So the Burros decide to have no man returning, and they just let the ball run. It was touchdown about the 40, so works out perfectly for him, but I'm not sure if that was planned or they just went for it.
Landon smothered. They went prevent and made sure that Landon Smotherman wasn't going to throw that football on the fake punt. He didn't. He punted it away. Nice play from Hillsboro there, and they got it from their own 40, as you said, Ben.
It'll be 1st and 10, own territory, like Drew said, on the 40-yard line. Back out in the Wildcat set with Marcel Burnett. Peggy Baker's out wide to the right. Plenty of blockers for him. Burnett will take the snap, cut to the right side of the field, break a few arm tackles, and get to about the 44-yard line. Gain of 4. Solid first down play for the Burros.
Yeah, I mean, they're gonna give him a pretty favorable spot. The referee, Jeff Silker, marks him, you're right, at the 44. Originally marked it at the 45. 2nd and 6.
Keeping the Wildcat in motion, or in action. Burnett. Plenty of blockers for him. All but one man. He'll take the snap, high snap right into the face mask. Try to cut it up the middle. He is still getting pulled by the head. And for a gain of about 3, which will make it a 3rd and 3 for the Burros. A much more 3rd and doable than what would have been 3rd and 6. They send on to Sean Trotter, so we're expecting a real play here, aside from the Wildcat formation. If they send on to Sean Trotter, they've got to hurry up. There's about 15 seconds left on the play clock. 5:30 to go, left in the 3rd quarter. Knights 14, Burros 13. They really have to hurry this one up. 7 seconds left. And head coach Anthony Brown might have to waste a timeout here. And he does. Burros' miscommunication was key there. They tried to send the Wildcat formation off and send the quarterback for the Burros back, Deshaun Trotter, back onto the field. It'll be a timeout. So as they go through the timeout and talk over, we're going to hit the break, and we'll be right back down for a key. And we are back.
Nolensville
3rd and 3. 5:18 left to go in the third quarter.
with Northwestern Mutual.
Burros on their own 47. First down at the 50-yard line.
Northwestern Mutual.
Once again in the Wildcat, Burnett in the back. Burnett will take the snap. One man out wide to the left and Kaiki Baker. Burnett will take the snap, try to cut to the left side of the field, try to cut back up the middle. Gets stopped at about the line of scrimmage for a gain of nothing.
Nice play, McCory. No gain on the play.
It'll be fourth down.
Fourth down for the Burros.
The offense is staying out on the field. Need about 2.5 to get the first down. Once again, the Wildcat formation is still on the field. 9 blockers for Marcel Burnett will take the snap, run it up the middle, trucks a man, and he gets the first down. What a run by Marcel Burnett. Ran a man over, reached his arm over, got to about the 48-yard line in Knights territory. The sticks will move on a 4th and 3. 4:30 left to go. Marcel Burnett does his job. They get the first down. Deshaun Trotter's trotting back onto the field. Trotter will be in the gun with Giovanni Reams to his right. Trips out wide to the right, which you saw the touchdown on. Take the snap, hand off to Reams. Cuts up the middle. Reams with a great run, breaks a few arm tackles, gets to about the 41-yard line to make it a 2nd and 4. Reams seemed to fumble the snap, but he just shot out of the cannon once again to gain about 6, where you don't really expect 6. Trotter getting the play out. Same formation with Reams to his right and Trips out wide to the right. 2nd and 4. Takes a snap, hands off to Reams one more time. He cuts it to the left side of the field, cuts it, still running, turns out a few more yards, and with forward progress, they'll give him the ball at about the
5 yards on the play.
about the 36-yard line. So appreciate the rest with the forward progress, and it'll be a first down for the Burros.
It's enough for another first down.
Burros trying to gain the lead after missing the PAT and a key stop on the Knights. 1st and 10 from the Knights 37, working from the north to the south into the field. Reams is to Trotter's right, same formation with the trips to the right. Hands off one more time to the left side of the field on the inside zone, and Reams will get about 4 or 5 yards. So if it's working, it's working, and the Burros are going to keep with it. Be a gain of 5 to make it 2nd and 5. Burros running plenty of clock as well as putting up plenty of yards. 2:30 left to go in the third quarter. And the Burros are walking up. It'll be Trotter, the same formation. I have not switched out of it since the first down from Marcel Burnett on the 4th down carry. Reams once again to his right. Trotter fakes the handoff to passes to Javon Bradford to the 20, to the 15, to the 10. Cuts back up to the left, to the 5, and brought down out of bounds at about the 5-yard line once again. Same formation. They fake the handoff this time. Linebackers bit. Found Javon Bradford on the trip slant. Great open space. He creates a great gain, and it'll be 1st and goal from the 6-yard line. Burros are moving. Burros looking to punch it in and gain the lead. And what else would they be in but the Wildcat? It'd be Marcel Burnett back there one more time. Throws off the towel. 9-man blocking for him. Takes a snap, takes it up the middle, cuts it back to the right. Not much going for him. He's brought down. Forward progress will give him the 9-yard line. The Knights were all over it. Seemed like a 1v7. Not much going for Burnett there, and they're going to send back out Deshaun Trotter. Second and 9 makes it a lot less manageable for the Burros. 2nd and goal, 1:30 to go, left in the third quarter. Burros on their second possession of the quarter, looking to put up points once again. Play clock running down to 6. Trotter trying to get the men lined up. 3, 2, 1, and once again, head coach Anthony Brown will have to waste another timeout. It seems like this Wildcat to Deshaun Trotter formation has been mixing up. And with the timeout, we'll head to the break. 1:17 left to go in the third quarter. Knights 14, Burros.
So as the action is back, we are back. Nolensville Knights, Hillsboro Burros, 2 5-1, 5A Region 6 teams battling it out in a 14-13 duel, 1:17 to go in the third. Trotter out of the gun, Hillsboro pressing on the Nolensville 9, throw across the middle, and that one slips out of his hand. Incomplete, looking across the middle for number 4, Joshua Cartmel. In coverage for Nolensville, number 2, BJ Mays. So a play action fake though across the middle there from number 3 in white, Deshaun Trotter, does not work out in Hillsboro's favor. So instead, it'll be third down and goal from the Nolensville 9. Hillsboro driving after a touchdown last drive and a missed extra point has left them one short of the total Nolensville has. Again, Knights 14, Burros 13, 1:17 to go. Trotter's going to throw. Incomplete. Almost intercepted by number 10 in blue, Joshua Hicks. He was in coverage when a great play was made by Kike Baker. That time, almost got his second INT of the game. And instead, now on to kick for Hillsboro and try and take the lead in this one is number 80, the senior Drew Thornton. It'll be a 26-yard field goal as the ball's going to be placed on the 9. The holder, Trotter, will be back at the 16-yard line. Drew Thornton, a lefty, missed the extra point last time around on a botched snap by the senior Trotter. The snap, the set, the kick is good. And Drew Thornton knocks it in. And with 1 minute and 13 seconds left to go here in Nolensville, your Hillsboro Burros have taken a 2-point lead. Hillsboro 16, Nolensville 14, 1:13 to go in the third. Borough Broadcast Network will step away momentarily. We'll be back.
And we are back after the Burros kick a field goal to make it 16-14, 1:13 to go. Once again, the Nolensville Knights, white helmets, blue jerseys, gray pants. The Burros are in a green and yellow helmet, white jerseys, yellow pants. Burros trying to upset the Knights, homecoming Knights, with a great upset win. Ben Ruiz is teeing the ball up for the kickoff. And it'll be once again Andrew Ryan and Zion Lamasca to return. Excuse me. Ruiz, kickoff, good boot. Caught by Lamasca about the 15-yard line, cuts back to the middle of the field. Breaks few arm tackles, tackled at about the 30-yard line. Give it a 31. So with 1:08 to go, the Knights will be starting their offense possession at their own 31. There is a Burrow down on the field, however. The refs are stopping play. And while the medical team tends to the player, we're going to hit the break and we'll be right back. And as Joe Sean Batts limps off the field under his own power, the Knights offense will be trotting out there. One total touchdown for him on a great play, slant play to Landon Smotherman for about 60 yards. Burrow defense keep trying to keep him out the end zone once again. Turnovers have been key for them. Collins will be in the gun with Tamaska to his right. 2 out wide to the right, 1 out to the left. It'll be Smotherman in the slot. And the refs are motioning something. As they're telling Sorrell Burton to wrap up his tape as it has loosened up and fallen off. They'll have to jog off to the field. They'll have to send in a replacement.
Caleb Carter.
Coming in will be number 15, Caleb Carter, the senior. Excuse that, it'll be number 8, Brandon Bowie. Carter will stay actually on the field. Switch positions. Collins takes a snap, and Brandon Bowie
jumped. Offside.
Has an offsides. Unfortunately, the Burros seemed a bit giddy there. He had just gotten set as the Burros had to switch stuff up on defense with a wardrobe malfunction to make it 1st and 10 for the Knights from their own 34, excuse me.
Yeah, and just want to note, Sorrell Burton back on the field for one. Number 4, Caleb Farr, has been neutralized all game. He's been a pretty good receiver for Nolensville all season long. And with a quarter like Sorrell Burton out there, he's been neutralized and done an excellent job. And Sorrell Burton going to be subbed out once again for Bowie. He'll get a second chance over on number 4 and blue on the near sideline.
It'll be Collins in the gun. Takes a snap, fake handoff to Tamaska. It's a screenplay, though, and Tamaska's open on the left side of the field to the 40, to the 45, to the 50. Brought down by a bro, number 7, Eric Thomas. Great setup by the Knights, and they're moving.
Yeah, they call Thomas ET, and it's the first we've really seen from him all year. He lined up as a second deep safety, and primarily for Hillsboro, we see one deep safety, Kike Baker. They're going with a second one tonight, probably try and stop that deep bomb or another deep post route. So Eric Thomas is back there.
Fake the jet sweep, handoff to Tamaska. Tamaska will keep on running up to about into Burrows territory to about the 44-yard line to make it 2nd and 4. 2nd and 5, excuse me.
Important to note, Marcel Burnett trotting off under a little bit of a limp. The sophomore, number 62, Jaden York, has checked in. The Davian Moss will move back to linebacker, and York is going to move to left end.
Collins would drop back. 20, and it's a sack for the Burros. It'll be number 72, Dwayne Washington. Collins tried to get out of the pocket. Didn't have any receivers. Tried to create his own play by running it. Washington wasn't having any of it to make it a 3rd and about 7.
If I'm a Nolensville fan, I'm furious with that play call. I mean, Tamaska's been a guy running all over the Hillsboro defense tonight. And at the end of the 3rd quarter, all they had to do, hand the ball off again, try and pick up that 1st down. Instead, Ty Collins takes an unfortunate sack. So, as I said, into the 3rd quarter, your Hillsboro Burros leading at Nolensville High School tonight over the night, 16-14. We'll be back with a 4th quarter to start the play.
We are back.
Make sure you know your passcode.
Starting the fourth quarter. Burros are up 16 to the Knights 14. 3rd and 7. Definitely fourth down territory for the Knights into Burrow territory at the 46. Different quarterback in play. Or no, never mind. Excuse me. Collins will take the snap. Roll to his right. Try to find an open man. And it is deflected. Incomplete, definitely. Sorrell Burton for the Burrows trying to pick it off. Collins tried to roll out and find Anthony Oliver Bender. Defense there. Burrows get off the field as the Knights send out the punt team. This time the Burrows have a returner in Javarion Bradford. Definitely don't want to get pinned inside their own 5. And then smother them into punt for the Knights. The punt is away. It's a end over end, and it is rolling. It's still rolling and go out of bounds and marked at the 20-yard line. Burrows starting to throw in 20. Get a huge stop with the lead. 11:47 left to go in the third quarter.
Touchdown here would be huge. And I mean huge. Go up 23-14. That is 2 scores in this football game. This field goal from Drew Thornton could come back to win the Burros the game down the stretch. Like you said, only 11:47 to go here in the game. Hillsboro, man. Hillsboro 1-9 on the season last year. Huge bounce back year. Huge improvement in senior leadership for the Burros this year. They got a lead on Nolensville, looking to salt this game away. Burros offense out on the field.
Now, don't jinx us here, Drew. But either way, Burrows teams in the past would not be able to keep up with this Nolensville team. Burrows this year are poised for a great season. Trotter will take the snap and hand off to Reams in the backfield for a gain of about maybe 2 if they give him forward progress. Excuse me, it was Eric Cleaves, who has been great for the Burrows tonight. Haven't seen much action. And in for the tackle was number 50 for the Knights.
Cleaves, not a bad carry there. As you said, picked up 3. It'll be 2nd down and 7. Cleaves has definitely been the man. I think you got to keep going back to number 9 in white, Eric Cleaves. Love what I've seen from him so far, Ben.
Absolutely. Trotter in the gun, 2 out to wide to the right, 1 out to the left, and Kike Baker. Cleaves once again to Trotter's right in the gun. Trotter will take the snap, fake the handoff, throw out wide to Javarion Bradford, goes through his hands and almost intercepted. Tried to set a screenplay up. Joshua Cartmel could not get the block on number 10, Joshua Hicks. And so Bradford goes through his hands. Either way, probably wouldn't have been a good play.
Wouldn't have been a great play, but Joshua Cartmel's got to seal that block. Definitely something they're going to talk about in film. If Javarion Bradford's able to make that catch comfortably, he's speedy enough to get to the outside, maybe cut it back in, get 6 or 7 yards. An errant throw by Deshaun Trotter. Bradford had a leap for it, bad block, just an overall bad play. 3rd down, 8 yards to go would be a huge stop for Nolo.
Trotter will be in the gun, take the snap, looks out wide to the right, fires, and dropped once again. The Burrows receivers, it was Joshua Cartmel, would have caught the ball at about the yard to gain. Just dropped once again, and Drew might need to knock on wood pretty soon. Burrows get stopped, sending Drew Thornton on the run.
You got to haul that one in if you're Joshua Cartmel. Nothing you can be too mad about if you're Coach Brown, except just the unfortunate events, but you just got to haul that in, right? Let it go, get the next play. Big defensive possession coming ahead for the Burrows, although if Nolensville is to punch it in or kick a field goal, not the end of the world. Still 10:55 to go in this game, but Hillsboro still trying to salt away this 2-point lead.
It'll be Landon Smotherman to return, the punter and the punt returner. Thornton barely gets the kickoff. Very high hang time. Hits the ground at about the 45 and rolls back to the 41. Knights are in excellent field position in the Burrow territory off the punt.
Yeah, I mean, somewhere around a 30-yard punt. They're going to mark it down at the Burrow 45. And so, as you said, Ben, optimal territory for Nolensville if they're able to keep the ball out of the other team's hands. Nolensville is a team that has been known to kind of keep the game close into the fourth quarter, take the lead into the fourth quarter, and it worked against Rockvale in week 1. They pulled out a 1-point victory. Did not work last week against the Centennial Cougars as they lost by 3. We'll see how it fares against HHS.
Collins will be in the gun. Motions Smotherman behind him. Hands off to Tomasco, excuse me. Nothing going. The Burrow defensive front has been excellent this second half. Gain of nothing.
Yeah, 3rd tackle of the game for Nadavian Moss. Half a tackle accredited to number 72 in white, Dwayne Washington, state tournament wrestler for the Burros wrestling team. And he's a big boy up front, 6'3", 275 pounds. He's been great.
Collins will take the snap, hand off to Tomasca. Oh no, fake the handoff. Throw it to Oliver Bender on the outside. And they give him the yard to gain, a gain of 11 there to the Burros 34. 10 to go. Burros 16, Knights 14. Knights driving to the Burros.
The first we've seen from Oliver Bender, quite honestly, tonight, here with 10 to go in the fourth. And Kike Baker playing that safety spot instead of playing man-to-man on that 6'4" corner. It was Caleb Carter over there, and he might be a solid corner, just couldn't keep up with Bender on the slant.
Smotherman will take the jet sweep, roll out and pass the ball to Oliver Bender, and it's overthrown. They took the jet sweep. Smotherman decided to pass the ball, tried to have a trick play to Oliver Bender there. It was open, just an overthrow, went over Bender's hand.
Yeah, I mean, we've talked about it, Ben. I mean, we saw the fake kick throw from Landon Smotherman, scare on a fake punt as well, and that time, little trickery. Smotherman can throw the football. The righty aired it out there just over the head of the 6'4" Bender. 2nd and 10. Burros need to stop here.
Absolutely. 2nd down and 10. Collins motions out to Tomasca. Looks to his right. Throws it over the middle to Carano. Carano trying to get extra yardage. There's a screen play. Carano gets to about the 29-yard line. They mark it down to the 30 to make it a 3rd and about 5. The Knights really need a conversion here. Down 2 with 9:20 to go in the 4th quarter. So Bender and Smotherman will run out to the left, along with Tomasca. So trips to the left, empty backfield with Collins. Collins will motion Tomasca over the middle, jet sweep to Tomasca. Tomasca tries to get extra yardage. He's breaking tackles to the 20, to the 17, to the 10, to the 5, 10. To the mark down at the 11-yard line. Tomasca somehow got from about the 29 to the 11 real quick. Well, plenty of tackles. Knights are in good spot here. So it'll be 1st and 10 from about the 12-yard line. Very close to make it 1st and goal. Collins will be in the gun with Tomasca to his right. Motion Smotherman behind him. Hands off to Tomasca one more time. Tomasca takes it to the 10, to the 7, and brought down by a great tackle by Matthew Bean. Tomasca, not much going there. Kind of about 3 yards. So they'll definitely take it to make it a 2nd and 7. Knights really needing to punch one in to get the lead late. 8 to go in the 4th quarter. Burros looking to make a stand and somehow keep these Knights out of the end zone like they've done already tonight. It'll be Collins in the gun with Tomasca to his right, to his left. Collins hands off to Tomasca one more time. Tomasca will take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Knights. That is huge for the Knights. They get the lead late over the Burros. The Knights fans are going absolutely crazy here, and they are very excited. They'll send on the extra point team. No, they keep the offense on the field. Going for 2 will make it a 6-point game, which will ensure that the Burros will have to make the PAT. So they're going for 2 from their own 3, from the Burro 3. Hand off to Smotherman. Smotherman rolls out to Tomasca, and it is nothing going. Tomasca catches the ball, but nothing for him to keep it to a 4-point lead for the Knights. So 7:46 to go in the 4th quarter. Knights 20, Burros 16. Burros looking to answer back. We'll be right back after the break.
Back from Nolensville High School in an electric region battle in 5A Region 6 between your Hillsboro Burros and tonight's home team, the Nolensville Knights. So as you heard, Nolensville has taken a 20-16 lead after trailing 16-14. Unfortunately for the Knights, the 2-point conversion was no good. So the score is left at 20-16 in Nolensville's favor. 7:46 to go here in the game. Burros will receive the ball. It'll be Giovanni Reams and the sophomore Javarian Bradford back to return. Number 6 Reams standing 5'9", 175. Number 12 Bradford standing 5'10", 165. On to kick. Jackson Rigdon. He's going to boot this one deep, and a nice kick goes deep. It's going to be fielded at their own 5. Bradford's going to get it past the 10. He's going to run to the near sideline slip. He tries to go back inside. He'll be tackled down by blue jerseys. And a poor return is going to pin the Burros inside their own 10. The main man on that stop for Nolo was Luke Colbert, the senior. So from their own 9-yard line, Hillsboro will be faced with a bit of adversity on first down and 10. 7.5 minutes to go in the ball game. Hillsboro moving right to left with the green helmets, 3 yellow stripes down the middle. White jerseys, green numbers, yellow outline with yellow pants, the away jerseys for Hillsboro. As for Nolensville, white helmets, blue stripe down the middle, logo on either side. Blue jerseys, white numbers, gray pants, the home uniforms. Out of the gun. Trotter's going to take this one from his own 9. He's going to hand it off. It's Cleaves. He's going to bounce it outside the right tackle, and right around the sticks, he's going to be dragged down. So a valiant effort by the senior Eric Cleaves. But the main man in on the stop for the Nolensville Knights is Brennan Rexroad. His second tackle of the night also has a pass breakup. We're down to 7:14 and ticking here to go in the fourth. Crucial offensive drives. The Burros would love a score. They'd be faced with the decision to either kick the extra point or go for 2. Obviously, the extra point would keep it at a 3-point game. Going for 2 would force Nolensville to score a touchdown, maybe with a couple seconds left in this game. Trotter out of the gun. He's going to take it. Drop back. Looking right. Looking to the near sideline. Kike Baker catches it. Got it up by the 20-yard line. Hauls it in. Marked down at the 17. And he's going to be really close to the sticks. It's going to bring up a 3rd down. It was a gain of 11. But after the loss of 2 on that first down run by Cleaves, it was going to be 3rd down and 1. But a generous spot by tonight's referee is going to make it 1st and 10 Burros. So instead of the 17, they're going to mark it at the 18. Hillsboro continues to move right to left, looking to punch it in down 4. Nolensville and Hillsboro both 5-1, both looking for their second region win of the year. Out of the pistol, Trotter hands it off. It's Cleaves once again. It's going to be a run to the right side, and he's dragged down by a host of blue jerseys. Minimal gain of about 2 yards. And from their own 20-yard line, call it the 21, Hillsboro is going to continue to grind this one out. 2nd down and 7. 5:54 to go in the fourth. Interested to see the play calling from both Ian Marshall and his counterpart in the offensive coordinating department, Anthony Brown. Seeing if they're going to salt this clock away, if they're going to try and score quick and maybe get an extra possession at the end of the game. Out of the gun, Trotter, dropping back, under pressure, throws, complete. Bradford, up the right sideline, past the 30 near the 35, call it the 34. And the sophomore in white and gold moves the chains for Hillsboro with 5.5 minutes to go as he was shoved out of bounds. The clock will stop. So 1st down for the Burros from their own 33-yard line. Mentioned it multiple times, but Hillsboro looking to knock off Nolensville, hand them their 2nd loss of the season. Only 1 loss on the year in 2022. This one's going to be snapped over the head of Trotter. Trotter inside his own territory, and he's brought down. He's tackled at his own 11. It was Tyler Lewis. And on the easy stop for the Nolensville D. And Devin McClendon, the center tonight for the Burros. Standing 6'2", 225, is going to snap this one over the head of Deshaun Trotter. And it is second down, 30 yards to go. The little things for Hillsboro as they continue to shoot themselves in the foot. We're down to 4:50 to go. Burros moving right to left, looking to dig themselves out of this hole down 4. Trotter looking to throw. Trotter looking deep. Trotter's got Bradford. It's complete. It's complete. What a catch. You could hear a pin drop here in Nolensville after the catch on the near sideline by Javarian Bradford. The ball's going to be marked at the 40-yard line and a pickup of what seems to be 26 yards by the sophomore receiver and the senior QB. So as I said, the ball will be marked at the Hillsboro 40. Third down 3. You would have to imagine it's fourth down territory. Closest game of the year for the Burros. Out of the gun. Trotter rolls right. Trotter throws incomplete. Looking for 12 in white, guarded by 12 in blue. And on the coverage for the Nolensville Knights is Jackson Rigdon, the 6'2", 160 senior. And they're going to bring the big boys onto the field with 4:04 to go in the fourth. 2 timeouts remain for Hillsboro. So assuming Hillsboro gets this, they would be able to move the chains and move it to a first down and 10. If they do not, we could be looking down the barrel of a loaded gun, which is the end of the game. It is loud here in Nolensville. Burros down 4:04 to go. Burnett pushing. Burnett is short. And Burnett will cause a turnover on downs. So for Nolensville, they're loving it. They're going to take this ball over on downs. No flags on the play. No stoppages on the field. And as you heard from tonight's PA announcer in Nolensville, the Knights will take over in Burro territory with 3:59 to go in the game. A brutal bend from the Hillsboro defense. And Nolensville is now up 4 with the ball. Hillsboro only 2 timeouts left.
You're absolutely right. 3:59 to go. Collins will take the snap, hand off to Tomasco. We'll probably see that a lot. Tomasco will take it for about a gain of 2 or 3, still going. They give him about a gain of 5. A great run by Tomasco. He just didn't go down.
Yeah, not a bad run from Tomasco. Interested to see how Coach Brown's going to handle these timeouts. We're down to 3.5 minutes. If you can get a stop here, make it third down. I don't think you have to start using your timeouts quite yet. Obviously, high school does not have a 2-minute warning for any new to TSSAA rules. But the Burros need a stop, need a 3-and-out forced on this no-low-o.
Collins will be in the gun with Tomasco to his right. They're letting the clock run just as much as they want. And the Burros, what are the refs going to call here? It looks like it could be on either side. Both teams are pointing the other way, just like always. One ref's marking a false start. Like I said, both teams pointing. They both want the call.
Going to be offside.
And they call false start on the Knights. Which A, stops the clock. B, makes it 2nd and 12.
Yeah, the referee here on the near sideline, that would be the field judge on tonight's game, Jack McDonald. He signaled an offside. Unfortunately for him, Jeff Silker, the head referee at tonight's game, calls it a false start. So 2nd and 12 for Nolensville. Clock is now running once again. We got 3 minutes to go.
Handoff to Tomasco. Never mind, Collins keeps it. A helmet goes flying. Collins gets stopped for about a gain of maybe 1. They maybe give him a yard to make it 3rd and 11. Interesting how the clock stops there. You know, the Knights they run the clock down, get a false start call, and the clock continues to run the next down.
Yeah, number 58, Dylan Heskett, he picked up a penalty in the first quarter of tonight's game. He was let the Burros sideline have it, the far sideline, the visiting sideline here in Nolensville, and he was very unhappy with somebody on the Burros sideline. But again, Ben, 3rd and 12, Burros need this stop.
They really need this stop bad. It could be 4 down territory. We never know. Knights might try to pin him deep. Collins in the gun. Tomasco to his left. motions out to Masco, wide to the left, drops back, looks left, tries to create something, cuts to the right of the field to the 40 to the 36-yard line. He does not have it. He is short to make it 4th down.
Allen, keeper, getting 8 yards on the
Burros with 1 timeout. Anthony Brown not deciding to call one.
fourth down to the Knights.
The Knights offense is staying on the field. So, this is pretty much it, folks. Burros need to stop the clock and to get the ball back. Down 4, excuse me. Collins. We could see them try to get the Burros to jump.
8 on the play clock. Collins
think-
looking to the sideline.
I think they were just trying to get the Burros to jump. 2, 1. There it is, a timeout for the Knights. If we're going to stay here, what do we think we see a punt, or they're designing to go 4th down play here? It looks like the offense will stay on the field.
It does look like the offense is going to stay on the field, and it is 4th down and about 6 yards to go. So the line to gain inside Burrow territory, we'll call it the Burrows 33. They stand at the Burrow 39. Maybe the Burrow 38.
37.
So it's going to be a very, very tough 4th and 5 conversion for Nolensville. If I'm the Hillsboro defense, I'm bringing a little bit of pressure on Collins because when pressured, he has not seemed to be too successful. He was wrapped up on that run play earlier on this same drive. Ball is on the near hash. Nolensville continues to move left to right. And Ben, the offense is on the field. Ty Collins, the senior QB,
Absolutely.
will stay on the field for Nolo. And it may not be completely over if Nolensville picks it up, but a stop here, 1 timeout for Hillsboro, they can win this game.
Collins will be in the gun. Damascus to his right. Motion Smotherman over the middle for a jet sweep. Big handoff. Collins tries to take it up in the middle. There's a flag. Do they give him the first off? And what is that flag second off? They mark it. The mark, it seems to be short, but the measurement could give it to them.
It's going to be a really close call on the
Depending
first
on
down.
this flag. So we need the marking first for the Burros to, accept anything. And it seems like it's a face mask on the Burros. Well,
Burrows.
seems like that'll most likely do it for them.
First down.
Gives the Knights a 1st down from about the 18-yard line. And they're in victory formation. An absolute killer for the Burros to end their night on a face mask. I didn't see it. The refs, that's their job. Maybe they did. Absolutely brutal for the Burros.
Man, it's a gut wrencher. Absolute heartbreaker is going to be suffered here in Nolensville. And quite honestly, Ben, if I'm a fan watching this game, I believe the Burros outplayed the Knights tonight. Ty Collins threw 2 interceptions, multiple miscommunications for the Knights on defense. They did some things better than the Burros. They did not shoot themselves in the foot like the Burros did. But if I'm Hillsboro, you're not completely out of the season. You return home next week. Patriots come in to town to take on the Burros at John Cohen Stadium next weekend and another region match. But hey, a valiant effort, a 20-16 final. And if we see Nolensville again in the playoffs this year, it's not a matchup that is completely out of the realm of possibility. One, and it's not a guarantee that Nolensville is going to win this game. For a team that scheduled Hillsboro as homecoming, they end this game only winning by 4.
Yeah.
And on the last drive of the game. And not to shed light on a loss for the Burros, is obviously you would have loved to get to 6 wins and join Centennial as the only team in the region with 6 wins and as the only undefeated team in the region. But instead, Nolensville is going to win their second region game of the year. Hillsboro is going to drop their first region game of the year. It's been a rough one in Nolensville for Hillsboro.
Absolutely. And like Drew said, a 20 Nolensville Knights, 16 Burros, a loss. It's an absolute gut wrencher. Burros, obviously, were the underdog. I think they proved a lot, scaring a lot of teams. This is the Burro Broadcast Network. My name is Ben Clay, and alongside my co-host Drew Hall. We thank you guys for listening and tuning in. We'll see the Burros next Friday back at John Cone against a matchup against the Patriots. Have a good one and good night.